All right, it's Thursday night. We're here, we're there, Jerry's everywhere. What's up, Jerry?
What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up? I'm
It's another
good.
long fucking hard day, cold as shit. Sucks ass. But I'm home now, got a beer, watching the game, doing the show, so life is good.
Yeah, football isn't football to me right now. My team fucking sucks balls. It's a mash
Well,
unit. A fucking mash unit, man.
I got a decent college team this year. I think they could win maybe one game in the playoffs, but after that it might be tough for them. But you never know, man. I'm really
Hey,
looking
it'll
forward. I'm looking forward to this college playoff system they got now. I think it's gonna be really cool.
it'll be really cool to see a possible snow game, home playoff game
Yeah,
in South Bend. That's gonna
that
be
would
cool.
be fucking awesome. Yep.
Now, I'm just saying, hey, I think it was on this show where I said before the season started, the Niners aren't going to make the playoffs because they're going to get injured. Hello? I'm Nostradamus.
They've always had injury problems. Even in their good years, they've had
Well,
people
after
out
the
for
Super
periods of
Bowl,
time.
it's 50% more, dude. It's like you
Yeah,
just lost your top two running backs in one game.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, fucking A. What else can happen? Purdy
well,
gonna blow his head off? I don't know.
Quasimodo predicted all of this.
Quasimodo. Hey, but let's introduce our guest, man.
All right, we're gonna introduce our guest, like Mark said. Well, first of all, I got my cat here. He's gonna be with us
Oh,
tonight.
The most important guest.
Exact. And then we got the man with the bad company shirt. What are you drinking, Travis?
Rolling Rock, baby.
By the way, happy birthday, man! Late birthday,
Oh,
Happy
belated
birthday.
birthday.
thanks, brother.
And also
You
say
got it.
happy birthday to Andrew Rodriguez today.
Yes.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday,
Hey,
Andy.
hold on. I got something prepared for him. This is your birthday song, although it's not very long. Okay. There you go.
Okay, whatever.
Hey,
And
my
then the
ex
man,
used to do that. I thought that was cool.
and of course, Travis got the fucking awesome fucking background there. Look at that.
Look at
Oh,
That's
my
a
look.
man's
look at my
Hail and kill,
angel wing.
baby. Hail
that's
and
a
kill.
man's background right
Look
Hey,
at my
hey,
there.
angel wings,
let's not
Phil.
get into the BS this
All
soon.
right. And then we got the man with the Queen's rag shirt and still the best looking physical media setup I think I've ever seen. I mean, that's like
I'm a
immaculate.
tad bit jealous.
Yeah, no shit, man. I mean, I thought mine looks good, but man, it just looks like Fort fucking Knox there, dude. I mean, it looks great. How you
I
doing,
put a
Joe,
lot of
man?
effort into it. You're good, doing great. For my alcoholic selection this evening, I could find not much in the house, so I decided to pour a bottle of Smirnoff into my Mountain Dew. So we'll
That's
see how this
interesting.
goes.
Hey, that'll work. On
Interesting.
Thanksgiving I had Hawaiian punch with vodka. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
I've
right,
been
tonight.
mixing coconut rum with fucking what's that called? Pineapple juice. Really good
Yeah.
shit.
That's always good. Rum and pineapple juice, man.
Yeah.
Fucking
The Mountain Dew and vodka is not bad. Not bad.
Nice.
yep. All right, our topic for the show tonight is going to be our favorite villains from movies. But it should be interesting what to see what we all have here. But before we do that, you know what to do, Mark. BS time.
All right, let's get into a subject that me and Jerry, I was calling Jerry, he likes
Jesus
men. He was
fucking
saying, but you
Christ.
get women for this. Come on, let's just finish it now. Let's get it on video. Man of War sucks.
Wrong.
I'm probably gonna get anal right now, like Manowar does.
No, you're not going to get right. Gee, I got so much trim in the 80s listening to fucking Manowar, dude. Chicks dug them, dude.
Dude, you were listening to Sticks. That's where you got your trim
I was
from.
just, nah, man. It was Air Supply when you had to be tender, the tender moments. And then when he wanted to be sexy as fuck, he put on the fucking Manowar, dude. Fucking sign of the
Exactly.
fucking hammer, dude. I mean, cool
The
shit, dude.
loincloths do it for him.
Hey,
Fucking A, dude.
I'm just saying, I hated that group, Mofos of Metal. I kind of like that now. They play along and they don't get very butthurt.
You know,
I
No,
like them.
I don't comment on that group. It's just so much fucking
I
butthurtness on
gotta
that group.
say before all the Manowar talk came in, I've always been a Manowar fan. I got into them in 2014 through Battle Hymns. Someone recommended that album to me, and to this day, that's still my favorite Manowar album because it's more darker.
The
It's
Kings of
it's
Metal.
it's a little cheese, but it's more of a traditional heavy metal album. They are traditional heavy metal. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, I do too.
I do mostly like the Ross the Boss era of Manowar. I don't really care for anything else after. But there's some songs here and there I dig. But for the most part, man, from Battle Hymns son of a bitch. What's
Triumph
the
of
last
Steel?
one?
Triumph of
Lots of
Steel was a
lots.
really good one.
Yeah, that was good. But I love all the Manowar albums from the 80s. I think I thought they're all great.
I'm just gonna say
You know what?
anybody who
You know
names
what?
themselves the Kings of Metal is like people who name
All
themselves
right,
America's
see,
podcast.
you might have been like your argument might have been good, and then you posted something like, "I fucking love and rockets, fight me." So you totally lost all fucking what do you call that?
Really, really, dude.
Love and rockets,
You
really, and you don't like
just be
Manowar. I
just
mean, come
because you
on,
don't
dude.
Love and Rockets has better riffs than Manowar.
Oh, well, bullshit!
I
Fuck
uh
Have you ever heard of
Love and
Bauhaus? Have you
rockets,
ever heard of
I
Bauhaus?
love I love Bauhaus.
love and
Bauhaus is
rockets.
1/3 of
Well,
it's fucking three members without the singer.
Boy, they must have sucked then
but
because
No, it
know, like,
didn't. No,
I
it
know
didn't.
I know one Love and Rocket song, Mirror People. I love that song. I think it's a
You
great
Oh,
never
song.
heard Express?
dude,
I
that band
don't I
sucks
Come
never
ass.
heard
on, you got
anything else
Express
by them.
Condolita. That riff going.
I only know Mirror
And then
People, and I do like that song.
and then he posts like, man, fucking Depeche Mode and shit like that. I'm like, dude, really, really?
I love it, man. Love Depeche
What's
Mode.
wrong with
What?
Depeche? I said they are the
I
greatest
love
band
Depeche
in their
Mode.
genre.
Or,
In
I
their
mean,
genre.
they fucking blow.
I think
Sorry.
Depeche
Jerry.
Mode. I like Depeche Mode.
You're talking about chicks. Back in the 80s, if you like Depeche Mode, you got a lot of trim, dude. You got a
All
lot
I
of
ever
trim.
wanted. All I
Well, no,
ever
you got a lot of reach arounds from your fucking butt buddy back then.
Oh,
That's
that's
for sure,
That's
listening to Depeche
Manowar.
Mode.
What are you talking
No, I
about?
don't think so.
Ian
No.
Wadley.
Manowar
vouch-
for real men.
I can vouch.
Yeah,
that
real men like it.
I
real
can
men.
I can
There
call
you
some
go.
women right now that fucking I was hanging out with that loved fucking Manowar. I thought they were awesome, dude. So I got receipts. I don't think there's many receipts for loving fucking rockets out there, dude.
I'm just gonna be fucking Bauhaus could get back together and sell out a stadium.
Okay, first of all, we're not talking about Bauhaus. We're not talking about Joe.
But you
Jett.
brought up Love and
Madness.
Rockets. You brought up
We're
Love and
talking
Rockets.
about Love and Rockets.
Love and Rockets is Bauhaus,
Well,
basically, without Peter Murphy.
I love me some Bauhaus.
Hey, do you like Peter Murphy, Jerry?
Don't know who the fuck he is.
You never heard the song "Cut You Up"?
Is it fucking new wave shit? I don't know.
Dude, it's really
Terrible.
good stuff.
No, you know what? Bauhaus is pretty damn good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter. They're not as good as Manowar. So
Well, they're not as good as Manowar.
You know what?
But I do like Bauhaus.
That's the beauty of music. I put up a video today.
yeah, dude, it's okay to argue something for like a couple hours, dude, but fucking dude, constantly being bombarded by
I
it,
haven't
dude.
bombarded
come
you
on.
today. I said
all
one thing.
fucking day yesterday.
I said, well, you
But
were
I was
going
ready-
back and forth with
No,
me.
I was gonna say, but I was ready yesterday. But man, it's like, dude, man.
Well, we needed to put this argument on video for the people.
No, you
because
put it in your fucking thoughts for today, fucking video.
Did I say anything about you?
I'm sure you talk to people at work how much Manowar sucks.
No, I've been in mofos and they love.
You probably
mofos
went
and
to the
love that
fucking.
band.
You probably went to In-N-Out drive-through and said, "Man, Manowar sucks. I want a double cheeseburger and fries, please." I mean, fuck, man. Enough.
You know who I say sucks more than Manowar?
Who?
Taylor
Toast.
Swift. So, there you go. I do go to In-N-Out and I go, "You're playing Taylor Swift,
You
and
know
I'm
what's
out."
funny? I
I'm
have
in
this.
and out.
I have this behind me. I look like I have angel wings.
It does.
You're no,
And
no,
I-
Jerry.
and I-
Jerry, we had to put it on video, and I told you I gave me an idea for quick dots. I did say I was going to do that today, and the thing is,
You
we're
know
gonna-
it's not
we're
over.
gonna- we're gonna-
every time I'm fucking gonna comment something you don't agree with, at least it's not Manowar. I mean, you're gonna
you
keep
do
doing
the
it,
same.
dude.
Oh yeah, Mister Oingo Boingo comment. Left
Only
and right.
when you get on my ass first.
Really.
And to be fair, Mark, you usually bring Oingo Boingo up first.
I haven't lately.
Oh.
They have. Other people have.
The only post I said yesterday was all hail to Oingo Boingo because everyone fears the Boingo. That's the only thing I put up there. It's like a funny reference to Manowar.
What did I say about you? Said something about Oingo Boingo, and I said, "No, dude, they're not that big." I said that they're
You did
big
say that
to me.
relevant.
They're not as relevant as probably Manowar.
You did say that. But,
Yes, I agree. I don't like
in
Manowar.
chat, but not in the public chat.
I'm not putting down the fans. I'm only saying I don't like the band. I'm not even putting down the band. I just say their music sucks. It's not my fault. It sucks. You can't like everything. Let's look.
Well, like I
No,
said,
no,
I
no,
heard
Mark, it is your fault. It sucks. I blame you personally.
like I said, I'll do the Manowar review with that dude, but you got to fucking do a Love and Rockets review.
Oh, I told you I would. We're going to do Express.
Wait,
Awesome.
who's the?
Are you going to do what I did for the Def Leppard episode and just not talk about the album
No,
whatsoever?
I'll listen to it.
If I have to listen to Manowar, he's listening to fucking Love and Rockets.
What does the dude hate Manowar or does he love Manowar?
Oh, he loves Manowar. That's his favorite band.
Oh, because I wanted to come on and do that one. I love Manowar.
Well, you can come on and I'll get a 3-way and I'll be the only one fucked.
Yeah, we'll pull a Manowar train on you.
Yeah, I get it.
Which album are we gonna do?
I don't know. Jerry's thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Battle Hymns.
Okay, we'll do Battle Hymns. That's a great album.
All right, I picked Dark Avenger. Dark Avenger, baby.
Didn't Rock and Metal Combat Podcast do that one?
No, they did the Kings of Metal thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I'll tell the guy we're going to do it next year because we got shit going on this year. But let's get to my next story. We already said happy birthday to Andy and we said happy birthday to Travis. I had that in my notes, guys, to say happy birthday on you. But I saw something interesting. Loudwire named their big 4 90s guitar players. Number 1 was Dimebag. Number 2 was Zakk Wylde. Number 3 was John Petrucci. And number 4 was Tom Morello.
Where the fuck's Jerry Cantrell?
I think the top 3 are solid.
The top 3 are solid. Put Jerry Cantrell as 4.
Take out Tom Morello, and I would put in maybe. That's interesting.
I would put in Rocky George.
It all depends on how they worded it. I mean, did they word influential or best?
No, the best.
Because people, speaking of Taylor Swift, people got on Taylor Swift for being on the guitar list. But as far as being influential, yes. But as far as being a great guitar player, absolutely fucking not.
You know what? I know, Pearl Jam is divided upon us in this group, but I would put
Stone Gossard?
Huh?
Or McCready.
Gossard? Or Mark McCready.
Mike McCready. I'd put him in the top.
McCready's a great guitarist.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I love him. So I love those first 2 Pearl Jam albums.
But Tom Morello?
Yeah,
I like Tom Morello, but not of people we just named.
I'd put him over Tom Morello.
Yeah, I would definitely put McCready. I definitely put Cantrell. I'd put
what Cantrell?
Cantrell, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And
Jeff Loomis from Nevermore, like amazing guitarist in the '90s.
Hey,
and I definitely wouldn't have Tom Morello in the top 5.
I would even put in Kurt Cobain. His voice is not my liking. His lyrics.
I mean, he's not like
he did play some good guitar.
And I don't like this band. I don't like this band much, but fucking Rivers Cuomo, man, is a fucking great guitar player.
I was gonna say Ty Tabor, but King's X already had 2 albums in the '80s.
So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man. Rocky George, when he was in Suicidal Tendencies, in the 90s,
hell yeah!
Oh fuck yeah, that guy is so underrated. I love that fucker, but I don't know. These lists come out. Joan Jett's like one of the 100 greatest guitar players of all time in Rolling Stone.
Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
It's like, where's Ted Nugent?
She's a rhythm guitar.
I mean, even she fucking laughed at that one. So I mean,
yeah, she's a rhythm player.
Yeah, Lita Ford shits all over her.
Yeah.
Where's Ted Nugent? Why doesn't people ever bring up Ted?
Because
he's a stunt guitarist. People don't think of him as a guitar player.
He's a great player.
He's amazing. I mean, listen to freaking Stranglehold.
Listen to that Rickenbacker guitar he put.
He's got that Birdland.
Birdland. I feel like an idiot.
Birdland, dude. He always fucking talks about Birdland like he's gonna fuck that guitar. He sounds like he wants to fuck it. He says, "Oh, I got
even the damn Yankees, even the damn Yankees stuff. He sounds great on guitar.
Come Again.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that solo and Come Again.
I wish people would stop being such pussies and just love Ted for his music and instead of just focusing.
Exactly.
I do.
I think most people do. It's just
I can't stand the motherfucker.
The mainstream people don't want to talk about him.
But I love. I love his music.
I've met plenty of people that cannot have it with Ted just because of his politics.
I've never encountered that in any of our groups. I know
I don't.
He shit his pants to avoid the draft. So I'm like, dude, just listen to the music. It's great.
Well, everybody
avoided the draft. The presidents avoided the draft. It's like whatever,
like, man. I lost touch with Ted in the '80s, even though there's some songs that I like from that decade.
The Nugent album is pretty good.
The '70s era is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
everything the best hard rock ever made.
everything up to the self-titled in '82 is really good. That's the
No,
tour my
I
dad.
will never.
The tour
I
my
will
dad
never.
saw him on.
Yeah, I will never dug people because of their political views. If I like their music, I like their music. Kid Rock, I can't stand that fucker. I don't like him or his music. He can go fuck himself.
My
But,
secret,
I
my
like
secret,
Kid Rock. I have no problem with Kid Rock, and
My-
me and Scribble disagree with you.
Listen to this.
My secret shame is that I like Little Miss Dangerous.
I like that album.
They're
I like
they're
that
having this
album.
they're having this festival that's coming around here next year, and it's playing like less than an hour away from me, and I could go to it, and I'm not going to because listen to the lineup on this festival: Kid Rock, Nickelback, and Leonard Skinner.
Huh.
I would go
The
for
fake Leonard Skinner, Nickelback, and Kid Rock, and
I-
Travis
Well,
Tritt.
You got a
Oh.
tribute band at this point. You got an overrated something artist,
Mhm.
and you got Nickelback.
And
you
then
know,
and then one.
I don't hate Nickelback. I actually like some songs, but
Oh, I don't
That's
hate
such a-
Nickelback either, but
Hey,
I
Hey,
would
if,
never
Nick-
hate
Nick,
them.
if
lineup.
Nickelback played Dark Horse in their entirety, I'd go to that.
That's a good
So,
album.
what
Great
a
album. That's a great
what a
album.
very odd lineup.
And
You know,
and
you
then
look
and then
better
at my
something-
at my state fair this year at the same place later, a couple months later, we're having another overrated cover band as the headliner.
Sticks? No, I'm joking.
No, Foreigner.
Oh, but Foreigner's good though.
Yeah, but they're an overrated cover band.
Yeah, but you still have a good
There's
time.
not a single original member on that
Do you,
stage.
do you know what pissed me off? You know what pissed
No,
me off?
it's
Somebody
not.
put up a thing up between Kelly and Lou, and somebody said Kelly's got a better voice. I go, what the fuck's wrong with you? Nobody has a better voice than Lou in his prime. Fuck you, whoever said that about. I love Kelly.
And you know what? Hurricane sucks.
Who?
Hurricane sucks.
You know you suck. You know I'm on to you, man. I'm on to you, man.
Hurricane's a good band. I've seen Hurricane
Hurricane
live. They're pretty
rules.
good.
I hate that fucking song. Nah, 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 nah.
I'm on to you, dude. I won't be your fool, man. That fucking out. I'll fucking fuck you, Trav.
I saw them live, of course, without him, but
Hey,
they played
You
they
saw
played
them
at
on
the,
Liquid
at the
Fury album.
they played at the festival that I go to a couple of years ago.
They had an album called Liquid Fury, which wasn't Kelly on there. It wasn't.
Yeah, you hate me.
I don't even know who's-
fucking Hurricane.
Yeah,
I don't even know
I
who's
agree,
even
I agree
singing
with
for them
Travis.
now.
I agree with Travis. That band sucked total.
You know what? Yeah,
Hurricane?
you hate Manowar, but you give praise to fucking Hurricane. Jesus.
Because Manowar is cheesy as fuck. It's like
So
it's like if
Hurt.
I
So
want to
is
hear
that
if I want
song, Mark.
if I want to hear about dragons and kings, I'm gonna fucking listen to Rush.
Not Dio.
Oh, Dio too. Yeah, there's more choices
This
to
show's
listen.
gonna be great.
Or fucking Led Zeppelin with Tolkien. I'll listen to fucking Led Zeppelin over that shit, man.
I'm
What
gonna
about
hear about
Sabotage?
Mark calling
apparently-
something. Mark, a big Poison fan, calling something cheese. That's
Apparently,
Hey, I said I was
Carlos
gonna get
Cavazo
shit
is
for that
playing with
comment.
Hurricane now. Didn't know that.
What?
Of course, you're
Hey,
gonna
you
get
know
shit
what?
for it.
He won't
The
go
only
back
thing-
to Quiet
the only-
Riot, but he'll play with Hurricane.
No, that
The
was
only
his
thing-
that was his brother in
No.
Hurricane.
He's in it now.
Well, his
I-
brother used to be in there though.
They
I
both
like-
are.
Oh,
I like Kid Rock and Joe Dirt. That's it.
Because Rudy Sarzo's brother was the guitarist for Hurricane. He
Yeah.
left. Now Carlos and his brother are both in it.
oh wow.
Well, they jumped that Titanic just in time. Good.
Well, I would like to see Quiet Riot, man. They sound pretty good.
Oh, they're amazing live.
I
right
love
now
Jizzy
with
Pearl,
Jizzy,
man.
oh,
Oh,
amazing.
I love Jizzy
When I saw
Pearl.
them this year, that like I said, that when I saw them this year, they played Blackout in the Red Room.
There's
Love
not
Hate's awesome.
there's not one bad Love Hate album. Get them all.
Blackout in the red room.
Hey, everybody knows that shit, but they have
No,
400
no, no,
albums that are
Rock-
fucking
Rock
great
Queen.
too.
Yeah,
Rock Queen rules. I love
Yeah.
that song.
Quiet Riot's current lineup is great. I mean, Jizzy Pearl's doing a great job. Seeing Rudy Sarzo on stage is amazing.
Yeah, man.
They have a really, really great lineup right now. If they're coming around, you definitely go see them.
Yeah, Rudy's part of the. Well, Chuck Wright was the original bass player, and Rudy played on some of the mental health songs, right?
He played on everything except for the title track, I think.
Rudy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Chuck Wright. Oh,
No,
I
Chuck
think.
Wright. Chuck Wright only played on the title track.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Fucking. Did you guys? Have you guys heard that Michael Schenker redoing freaking UFO songs?
UFO
You
songs,
guys-
yeah.
Oh
Have any
God, I
thoughts on
stayed
that?
away from that.
Oh,
Some of them are okay, actually.
I like Love to Love with Axel on there.
No, that enough. Just
Stephen
that-
Pearcy did a
that
good
set me
song,
to the
too.
freaking rig for that one.
Eric Ronwall's on there too. You know, I think it's pretty good.
There's some good stuff on it. It's not all good, but there's some good
I
stuff.
haven't
yeah,
heard
I
any
agree
yet.
with that.
I haven't heard
I-
any.
It's better than anything he's done in decades.
Yeah.
I guess I'm biased because I'm a massive UFO fan. I do not want to hear those songs be done, especially by Axl fucking Rose.
Well, you know
He did a pretty
what?
good job.
He did a good job on Love to Love, man.
He did better than he's done on anything Guns N' Roses has
Yes,
released in
exactly.
years.
You know,
I don't
Travis,
know, man.
bite the
I'm kinda-
bullet.
I'm kinda-
Bite the bullet.
I
I'm
think
scared
didn't Ralph say he loved it?
I don't know. I don't.
I think I
remember.
saw Ralph posting about that he really
Yeah.
liked it.
I'm kind of scared to check that out, honestly.
No, Slash plays on that album too. So,
Just Guns N' Roses, what a fucking champ.
well, Slash rules by himself. So I like Slash.
I like some Slash.
Yeah, those Miles Kennedy albums are good.
Oh,
Anyway,
fuck
what's
yeah.
next?
What's
Yeah,
next?
there's-
What do you guys think about AC/DC announcing their spring North American tour? And I think the Pretty Reckless is opening for them.
Yeah.
This
Ooh,
lineup is so why?
I'd go. Well, I'm not going to go because.
Well, if you've never seen him, I would go.
It's probably
It's just
expensive
Angus
to
and
sell.
Brian. Why would you want to go see that?
Stadiums.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I'm a pretty big fan of the Pretty Reckless, so I'd go.
Oh, I would go for the Pretty Reckless, big time.
The closest they're playing to me is down at Redskins Stadium. I am not going to that.
Yeah, they're playing. They're playing Nashville here.
They're at the
little
Rose
question.
Bowl, dude. I would totally go to the Rose Bowl. Fuck SoFi.
One little thing. Death by Rock and Roll, best album of 2018.
That's a great album, man.
Wait, that's 2021. My bad.
Best fucking gatefold too. Actually,
Jerry.
Taylor Momsen has one hell of a voice.
Jerry said, "Mark, have you opened your gatefold yet of your vinyl?" I go, "No, open it." And I open it. I go, "Oh my god, she's naked." Whoa!
Oh, excuse me, real quick. I got to go to Google.
You haven't seen that cover?
No,
You
Got
don't.
the
You don't see her
I got-
coochie. You
I
see
got
her
this-
boobs.
I love that album though. It's so
Oh,
good.
it's a great album. You know, Kim Thrile's on there playing some guitar on there. Pretty cool,
I
man.
love Rock and Roll Heaven. What a beautiful song that is.
dude, Harley, darling, man, what a fucking beautiful song that is, dude.
Yeah, her voice is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, man. You guys hear about the new Skid Row drama?
Oh, that
Oh,
Bronwell
geez.
releasing that song, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, who
and nobody
cares?
knows that he was gonna do it.
Yeah,
knows what I
yeah.
meant.
Well,
All right, so we'll move on from that. And Rob Halford says Judas Priest wanted to be a heavy metal band from day one. What do you think of that?
Fucking A,
Well,
right, baby.
okay.
There was
think
no
they
heavy
achieved
metal in
that.
1973, but
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
I
There
think
you go.
they definitely achieved it. I mean, so
Listen to rock and roll. That is not heavy metal.
yeah.
No.
It's not heavy metal.
Either
It's
is
hard
Turbo.
rock.
Sad Wings of Destiny was the next logical step after Black Sabbath, man. Definitely.
Yeah, but they weren't even really that heavy metal until like a little bit later than
Same
that.
class.
Yeah.
But there was some bands back then before Priest, like Budgie, and
Yeah, but it wasn't
Force.
called heavy metal.
it wasn't heavy metal. But I think in the '80s when the term heavy metal started, when they brought that.
Didn't
term.
Born to Be Wild say heavy metal thunder?
Yeah, but the genre wasn't called heavy
Oh,
metal.
I know. I know exactly.
What am I? You know what? I'm buzzed. So just forget what I say.
We're all buzzed, bitch. We're all drinking here, man.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to the. Oh,
I'll
shit!
drink
It's
to
the
that.
bottle. Damn.
Jokes of your shirt. Awesome, dude. Love that
Hey.
damn.
Hey, did you guys hear what Jake E. Lee said about Nikki Sixx?
Uh-oh.
He said,
What didn't he
his-
say about Nikki
He
Sixx?
said, over his Edward Scissorhands like bass playing, Nikki's got his panties in such a twist. What I said, the last one, which I said he wanted, it said they wanted to be Motley Crue, which is fucking true. They did. Lee responded to the claims. Other people backed me up on that. Recently, even Mick Mars said, yeah, they were always telling me, Jake E. Lee, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't lying. I don't think I was saying anything mean, but Nikki got all fucking butthurt about it. You know, they wanted Jake E. Lee in Motley Crue, and
Yeah.
then fucking he didn't go, and fucking Nikki Sixx got his panties in a twist, and then fucking blah, blah, blah. What do you think about that, man? And he says he plays bass like Edward Scissorhands.
This is for Nikki Sixx right here.
Nikki
Fuck
Sixx.
that guy and his band now, dude. Seriously.
I
mean,
think Nick, who said that shit?
Jakey Lee.
I was going to say if it was Nikki Sixx thing, that I think he must have hit his head hard when he OD'd in that closet.
Oh my God. He also said that Lee then compared Nikki Sixx's insult to Tim Burton movie. Here's the thing I've always been sitting on. It's like he thinks he's in a Tim Burton movie calling me a shadowy worm when he makes sense because he dresses like Beetlejuice and then he plays bass like Edward Scissorhands
Dresses like Beetlejuice.
and plays like Edward Scissorhands.
You know what, man? Nobody sucks more than Nikki Sixx.
Does he even play?
Except for Sammy
Can somebody
Hagar.
confirm he can play bass?
He doesn't play and he doesn't sing because those backing vocals are still the same tracks from the Shout of the Devil tour.
Ain't that the truth?
All right. Well, let's get to one last story. Well, we got two more stories. It's pretty early in the show, and we only have four people tonight. You guys have heard of those Girls Gone Wild videos? Remember those?
I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. I've never watched those
days.
videos in my life. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, you're a good guy. You're a good
Buy one,
guy.
get two free, man, on those. Of course I stocked up on those.
You sit on the throne of lies.
All right. Well, Joe Francis says he doesn't feel bad for women filmed on Girls Gone Wild because they victimized me. Francis alleges that underage girls at the center of the 2015 child prostitution case were put up by Panama City police.
Damn.
You know,
why are we talking about this exactly?
Because it's funny. I don't know.
Is it?
What's funny about that?
I don't think child.
I think he's an.
Funny,
I think
Mark.
he's an idiot. I think he's an idiot because
he's a big time moron.
He's
Big time.
Yeah, of course he's a moron.
He's blaming them. He knew they were underage, but he still tried to film them. Of course, the police are going to set you up, you fucking douchebag. That's why I brought it up. I want to call him a douchebag.
Chris Hansen was probably waiting for him.
Right.
I just want to call him a douchebag. There's a thing on.
Oh, that dude's a total fucking douchebag.
There's a documentary
quality
on
entertainment.
There's a documentary on this either on Peacock or Paramount Plus about the Girls Gone Wild. He does an interview in there. If you guys want to check it out, and
I don't.
I would like to see it. I want to see how he defends himself. There's no defense for this shit. I'm saying he's funny, not what he did. I'm saying he is a fucking idiot, like glossing over everything he did, man. He fucking victimized those girls to make a buck. It's like those bum fights. Remember those bum fights? Where they get the guy give them money for bums to fucking duke it out.
Oh,
Fucking preying on fucking people who need money. Fuck you, dude. Fuck bum fights too. Fucking trash. Okay, one last story. Richie Blackmore. The crap they're playing on the radio today is bloody awful. You know, you fucking
the crap he's playing on stage today is bloody awful.
I was gonna say, what's he playing now? Loot? Something like that?
He doesn't like rock and roll. He says he doesn't like rock anymore. He only listens to the Beatles and all the classic like Chuck Berry and shit now. He doesn't even listen.
I'd rather listen to what's on the radio right now than the current Rainbow lineup. I'll tell you that.
Ronnie Romero.
He's officially gone to the crusty old man side.
I never liked.
He was a crusty old man in the 70s.
I never. Speaking of the current lineup of Rainbow, even though the singer he's not there anymore, I never got the love for Ronnie Romero. I always thought he was just bland, just not interesting. Very like.
He's another band I like though. There's another band.
He sucks. Fuck him. But Richie Blackmore, look. Obviously, you know who my favorite band of all time is. Deep Purple.
Bad Company?
Deep Purple. And, you know, Richie has the point. There is a lot of horrible shit on the radio, but I think, and on TikTok, too. Don't get me started. But, you know, there's some stuff I like. If it's a good song, it's a good song. Joseph, you posted, like, a pop song, like, a week ago.
I did.
A good song is a good song, and you know, Richie Blackmore has a point. Music is just, a lot of it's not original anymore. There's not a lot of heart put into it. It's just auto-tune with a good beat to it. It's just, or whatever beat you want to call it. Yeah, Richie has been known to be a grump, but he's pretty legit most of the time.
He's just pissed off that Deep Purple just put out a great album.
Yeah, probably. I gotta say, maybe because I'm a biased Richie Blackmore nut swinger, but I love Blackmore's night.
Ooh. You just like the
Yeah.
chick. You just like his wife.
No,
Well,
she's
yeah,
not much to look at.
that's a pretty big reason. But I do like the music, so it's good. I play it around Christmas time.
Okay, enjoy.
I'll enjoy it for you, big
So
time.
that's it for BS. Let's get into what we are doing. Our 11 top villains. And I'm just gonna go around the table. I didn't pick any like what do you call horror villains? I think we covered horror villains before. So
I
I
kind of
picked, and I got a lot of comedy villains in here too.
That's
Some
fine.
comedy. I got a lot of comedy, some sci-fi villains, stuff like that. I stayed away from the horror genre. What did you do, Joseph?
Yeah, same thing here. I didn't include any. Well, not true horror. I had to have some thriller films, and mine's more just like 11 villains that I think are really cool. Like I just like I want to mention. They're not like necessarily like the top 11 of all time, but it's just 11 that I don't think would get mentioned normally that I really wanted to bring up.
and mine. I kept all supervillains off the list. No superhero villains. I kept the horror movie villains to a T. I have to just a minimum. I have a couple, but it's not full of it. So I got some villains that I just enjoy watching on screen, or ones that I just want them to get their comeuppance. So
What about you, Jerry?
I got some cool villains. I got some not necessarily villains, but a couple of them are just bad people. You know what I mean? Like, you can consider them villains or what have you, but a couple of them I have they're just bad people. I wouldn't call them villains per se, but I guess they are kind of. You guys decide when I get to them if they're villains or not. But yeah, I didn't do any horror. I was gonna put Art the Clown on there. But Art the Clown's so fucking lovable, man. He's like gets fucking he gets so I never saw somebody who kills people so much and really enjoys it like Art does, man. So, but but I agree with Mark. I didn't put any horror people on there either. Just uh a couple sci-fi ones I have. But for the most part, I think they're pretty cool. My list. So
I didn't put
with
any
the
mentions either. I could have, but I didn't put it on there because I wanted to stick with my 11. I didn't want to switch it because I would have started switching them out and putting them in and stuff like that, like Chris
all right,
does. I just want to keep what I had this time.
cool.
You want to do the countdown, Jerry?
Yeah, I got it right here. I'm
All
ready to
right,
go.
cool.
Joe, you start out, man.
All right. Well, where do I even start with this box set?
I knew one of you motherfuckers to pick a James Bond villain. That's why I didn't pick one.
But
I
which
got
one?
two.
There's
I got two
20
higher.
some movies in this box,
Right.
Mark. Which one?
I would have
So-
picked the guy, the big Jude in Moonraker. I forgot his name.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws would have been
But
one
he
of
ended up
mine.
being a hero.
Yeah, he did.
It was really hard for me to pick just one. I mean, there's so many amazing, the different Blofelds, Goldfinger, Javier Bardem in Skyfall, Le Chiffre in Casino Royale. But the one that I want to go with, one of the most iconic actors of all time, playing one of the most cold-blooded killers in James Bond, and that is Christopher Lee as Francisco Scaramanga,
Oh,
the
Yes!
man with the golden gun.
good.
One of my lesser James Bond movies, in my opinion, but that portrayal is so good. He is Christopher Lee. I mean, he's just Christopher Lee. It's amazing. But he's just such a cold-blooded killer. The scene, and he's not even really in the scene until later, where he kills his girlfriend. They're at a sumo match, and Roger Moore's sitting next to I believe it was
Nick Nack.
no the
Oh.
girl the same girl that played Octopussy
Maud Adams.
Maud Adams.
Maud Adams sitting next to Maud Adams at her hottest, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
And she's just staring off into the distance, and it pans down, and she just has a single bullet hole in her chest, and it's just so cold. And Christopher Lee just comes over and sits next to Roger Moore, and she's still just sitting there dead in the middle of like a public place, and it's just so creepy. And they have this whole conversation with basically her dead body next to them, and it's just one of my favorite performances in any James Bond movie. And he has 3 nipples, so why wouldn't you want to pick somebody with 3 nipples? So, that's my number
Reminds-
11
Reminds me of Total
from-
Recall.
the great
love-
James
Oh.
Bond series. Francisco Scaramanga, played by Christopher Lee.
I need that box set. I only got the newer James Bonds, and
It's actually not too bad. This is like $80 for all the Blu-rays.
oh, that's expensive
I
for
have
me
it
right
too.
now.
It's pretty damn great.
They
That's
have,
one of
like,
the I love
cases.
that. I love that movie more than most people do. I know
I'm not a huge fan.
it has its weak moments for sure. Like it's not one of my top 10 favorite James Bond movies, but I still love it. It's still got enough to get me interested in it. I thought the solar plan was a little forced, to be honest with you, but
Yeah,
and I thought Brick or what's the girl's name? The
Britt
blonde?
Eklund.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, not good. Hot, but not good.
Very hot, actually.
Yes.
All right, Travis, what do you got, man?
All right, number 11 from Scarface. Not talking about Tony Montana. Talking about Alejandro Sosa, played by Paul Schenner. The only reason Tony Montana is not on this list, he says, no women, no children. Sosa does not give a shit. He will kill anybody.
Yeah,
That's a villain.
good one.
Yeah, so I've definitely Sosa is my number 11.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Hedley Lamar from Blazing Saddles. Harvey Korman.
My name is Hedley.
Hedley Lamar. Yeah. Fucking love that movie. It's one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Where's my froggy? Froggy, froggy.
God damn. Harvey Korman is a treasure.
Amazing.
He's a treasure. Anything he's the Carol Burnett show. Go watch that, guys. If you guys are young, if you never seen him and Tim Conway together, Tim Conway went out of his way to make that fucker laugh. The breakup.
That was their stick. That was
he
their
was
stick.
the
They tried to do
original.
that.
He was the original Jimmy Fallon. He couldn't hold it because Tim Conway was so fucking funny. But Hedley Lamar, the way he just said it, Hedley, it's Hedley. You get all pissed off when people say his name wrong. I fucking love that movie. So Hedley Lamar from Blazing Saddles, Harvey Korman, what a great fucking villain. And racist too, as fuck. There you go.
All right, my number 11 is going to be the great Louise Fletcher, who played Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the
I
Cuckoo's
knew when you
Nest,
guys would say
man.
that.
What a fucking evil fucking woman that she was, dude. Played perfectly. They did a remake. I don't know if it was a remake or it was the origins of Nurse Ratched.
That was
They did
pretty
like
good on Netflix.
Yeah, they did a series about that. It was okay. I mean, it had what, Sarah Paulson, I think.
Yeah, they
She
were
was-
supposed to have a season 2, but fucking
Yeah.
COVID fucked it up. Yeah.
And
But-
Louise Fletcher, she was a method actress for that role.
I think she just recently passed actually a year or two ago. I
Yeah, it
think.
sucked.
Fabulous fucking performance, dude. I mean, yeah, top notch fucking performance. So
More
my
on
number
that.
11. Yeah,
More on her later.
right. All right, number 10, Joe.
All right. A film that not a lot of people probably know about, but I really think they should. It's one of my favorite Orson Welles films, and that is Touch of Evil. Influence, of course, the great Judas Priest song with the same name. This film features Orson Welles playing the villain, as he did quite a lot. And he plays the police chief in Mexico named Chief Quinlan, and he's a corrupt cop, and he frames all these people, basically has the whole town controlled, and he's going out of his way to try to undermine Charles Heston's character, who is trying to figure out what's going on with all this corrupt stuff going on. And Orson Welles' character is just ruthless, slimy, kill anybody that gets in his way. And the worst part about it that like really like cements like the evilness of the character is the guy that he was framing actually did it. And so it's like not only was he corrupt and evil, but he was right. And so it kind of like something that Charles Heston's character has to kind of overcome is that like in the end, this guy's like one of the worst guys, this like one of the worst dudes ever, but he was right. And so it's a really, really interesting movie. If anyone hasn't seen this, it's one of my favorite Orson Welles movies, Touch of Evil, and he plays a really great villain in this movie.
All right, Travis.
Great choice. All right. My first James Bond villain on this list. And I am going with Hugo Drax, played tremendously by Michael Lonsdale in Moonraker. I was either going to go with him or Stromberg from The Spy Who Loved Me, but I felt like Stromberg, while he was a great villain, I think he was just dry. But Michael Lonsdale, he's just so creepy and dark. He literally sends his dogs to kill one of his henchwomen.
Mhm.
That is one of the most gruesome deaths for a Bond girl, in my opinion. And I love the way that Roger Moore kills him in the end, man. Here's a giant step from mankind, Mr. Drax. What a great performance. Hugo Drax is my number 10. And he wanted to eliminate all life on Earth, for crying out loud.
Well,
How
most
crazy
of them
is
did,
that?
honestly. Most Bond villains do. Honestly, if you put Michael Lonsdale in The Spy Who Loved Me, it would probably be the best James Bond movie. Because I'm not a huge fan of Stromberg. Spy Who Loved Me is one of my favorite James Bond
That
movies.
is
I'm
my
not a huge fan of Stromberg as a villain.
That is
And
my favorite.
he's just kind of dry.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'm not a
it got
huge fan of
Barbara Bach in
Moonraker,
it,
but
too.
I love
That's kind of
love Lonsdale.
Yeah, he's fantastic in that role.
and it has Barbara Bach in it too. So come on, got like the Spy.
Which she's nice to look at. She's not the greatest actress in
No.
the world.
I mean, her best role was fucking in Caveman, I think, because she didn't have to speak.
And
So
Lois Chills, what a hottie.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula Andress, Jane Seymour, and
Jane Seymour, she's still in my heart.
Barbara Bach.
I love fucking Jane Seymour.
And the woman Carol Bouquet from For Your Eyes Only, man, she was another.
Oh,
fucking
she's
woman.
yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Maud Adams in Man with the Golden Gun is one of the hottest I've seen, and Britt Eklund.
And Jane Seymour still looks amazing.
Oh yeah,
She does. Yeah. Oh, she was always beautiful, especially in Somewhere in Time, that movie with Christopher Reeve. Man.
And she's also just a good person. Of what she does for charity.
I did not like that TV series she did though. What was that, Dr. Quinn, something like that?
I didn't like that medicine woman stuff. Yeah,
that was pretty lame.
That's pretty lame.
Yeah. But
by the way, huge Moonraker fan. Huge Moonraker.
I have that on Blu-ray.
I love all the stilliness.
That's when Jaws gets his woman, man.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Good for him.
And I love it when he throws that guy off the balcony and lands the piano. Play it again, Sam.
I love that guy. I forget his name. It was funny as hell in Happy Gilmore too. It was fucking great in that movie.
Jaws?
Yeah.
Richard Kale.
Richard Keel.
Richard Kale.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
All right,
Mark, it's my turn.
Mark.
Mr. Anderson.
Alden.
Mr. Anderson. Fucking dude. Agent Smith from the first Matrix. My God, that guy was everywhere. He's like, he didn't stop. He's kind of like the Terminator in there. He's everywhere. You can't do anything. And that guy was just fighting fucking Keanu Reeves. He's everywhere. And his voice was just so ominous. Mr. Anderson, we need to talk to you. Hugo Weaving. Fucking great fucking actor in there. I fucking love the first Matrix. The next two, first one was just phenomenal. So I love fucking Agent Smith from The Matrix.
Cool. I'm gonna go the cheese route here a little bit, but I thought he's played the total fucking dickhead, asshole, whatever you want to call him. Martin Cove is John Kreese, man, from the Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, good one.
I mean, I guess I didn't see the last couple episodes of Cobra Kai, but I guess.
Oh, dude, the last episode is fucking so intense.
But
dude.
I guess him and Terry Silver are having a fight.
My God.
Yeah.
But I want to see that. But for the most part, all through the Karate Kid series, he has just been the ultimate douchebag, dude. Seriously,
he is. And I like how he played a bumbling cop in Last House on the Left.
Yeah,
dude. You need to watch the next two episodes because that last one, the fucking cliffhanger, is one of the best fucking.
Yeah.
I was fucking waiting for my fucking roommate to come with our car so we could move our cars because we have a single fucking drive lane. And I'm just sitting there. I usually on my phone. I have my phone on my thing, and I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
And then she walks in. When'd you come on? I texted you. Oh, you did. It was just so intense. I couldn't keep my eyes off the fucking screen. So amazing, the Cobra Kai, the season finale, the season half ending. Fucking loved it.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought he played the ultimate fucking douchebag. I mean, that's what he is. Just a fucking douchebag, dude.
Silver's
But
worse.
yeah, Silver's all. It was kind of corny though in Karate
Well,
Kid
watch the
3.
last episode. Let me
But
know. Let me know.
oh, I intend to. I got a couple more I need to watch. But yeah, I
You
mean,
need to watch that and text me.
I kind of knew. I might be wrong that Kreese would turn into be on Johnny's side. I don't know if that happened or not, but I have a feeling that's how it's going to end. But we'll see. But anyway, that's my number 10. Martin Cove, fucking awesome fucking character in John Kreese. All right, number 9, Joe.
All right. Dennis Hopper is the bomber in Speed.
Oh, I didn't think of that one. That is fucking. I gave you
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper
rules.
is an amazing actor, and he may be coming up again later in my list.
Ooh.
But
I hope it's not Waterworld. Don't say
It's not.
Waterworld, please. Okay.
I love
It's-
Waterworld.
He should have stopped while he was ahead in Speed. Get it?
yeah, but yeah, the ending. Yeah, no, I mean his acting in this movie is it's one of my favorite Dennis Hopper performances.
Yeah.
Just amazing. His gnarled up hand. Just really, really great performance and a really intense role in a great movie that I don't think people give credit for some reason, but I think this is an amazing, really intense thriller. And
I think
it's
Speed 2,
amazing.
I think Speed 2 kind of ruined the franchise.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
But,
It's my favorite Keanu Reeves movie.
Hey, what? John Wick or fucking Bill and Ted? What the fuck are you talking about?
I love Bill and Ted, but
Yeah, but
Speed
Speed's amazing.
Speed to me
is amazing, but John
my
Wick
favorite,
is better.
my favorite Keanu Reeves is The Devil's Advocate. That's my favorite.
Oh, that's a
That's
great
a
one
great
too.
movie.
That's a great one too.
Speed to me is just a perfect action movie,
It is.
beginning to end.
Yeah.
It's got a great plot. It's original. Just great performances all around. It's my favorite Keanu Reeves movie. Suck it.
And it had Jeff Daniels and Sandra Bullock in it. So.
Yes, it did.
What a great
Yes.
supporting
You know,
cast.
Sandra Bullock said about Speed 2, that was the worst decision she ever made to make that movie.
Yeah.
And I love who was the other actor from the Lost Boys in there? I love
Jason
Jason
Patric.
Patrick. I love Jason Patrick. You ever seen the movie where he does the drugs with the
Rush.
Rush was great. Great movie.
Not even William Dafoe could save a
No.
movie like Speed 2.
I
That
own
was
Speed 2,
awful.
but I never watch it.
You know what?
That's a great pick, Joe.
Speed 2. Come on, the title.
and
Speed 2
you know
Cruise
what?
Control.
And fuck Siskel and Ebert for giving that movie a freaking good rating.
They did?
Yes, they did.
I don't
It
remember
doesn't
that.
surprise me. I hate critics. Except for myself.
Well,
I'm thinking
Siskel
I'm
and
an
Ebert
awesome
were
critic.
funny, though. Because I would sit there and argue with their fuckers.
All right, Mark, what do you got? Oh, it's Travis. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
about
it's
that.
not. I already did mine.
It's okay. Yeah, well, everybody's
Cruise
Favorite.
Control.
favorite mama's boy to hate, Norman Bates from Psycho. Like,
Good one.
hey man, when she saw if I was in her place and I saw that taxidermy, I would have hightailed it.
Yeah, no shit.
And you
What
know
a
When
performance. What a fucking
when I saw that for the
performance.
first time, I thought she was like, oh, that poor lady. But what she did in the beginning of that movie, it wasn't right for Norman Bates to do that. But I understand because she's an asshole too, taking all that money.
And then Vince Vaughn fucking ruins it. That
Oh,
character.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's not talk about that trash movie.
And Anthony Perkins just gives a career-defining performance in that film.
Did
Well,
we
We all
need
go
sequels?
we all
with
go a
An-
little crazy.
Did we need
sometimes.
sequels with Anthony Perkins though? Did we need?
Yes,
those?
Psycho 2 and 3 are
I thought
amazing.
the second one
You
was
liked
pretty
them?
good.
Oh, they
I
were
love 2 and
okay.
3.
2 and 3.
Especially
But,
2 at
yeah,
the end
Norman
when he
Bates is Norman
decks the
Bates
old
is
woman over the head
amazing.
with the
But it
shovel.
wasn't
Uh,
fucking Hitchcock though.
The cop getting ice out of the fucking ice machine with the blood all over it. That was
Mhm.
fucking
We
nasty.
could do a whole
dude.
show on how great Imperfect Psycho is.
We
Uh,
should do a show top 11 Alfred Hitchcock movies.
That'd be fun.
Got the box set right up there.
Martin Balsam's great in that movie too.
I couldn't
Yeah,
name
but-
11, movies from off the bat. But I have to really dig
I
deep.
probably have like 30 of his movies.
I know he's got a shitload of them. But
I need to
I
get
know- I
Brian
know I've
Davis
seen a
on one of
bunch.
these episodes. Fucking Brian, get on here, bitch.
Get him. Tell him to come and he and I can do Hitchcock movies.
Yeah, Hitchcock movies. I got to get him on here, man.
I'll just put on my sunglasses and fall asleep, but I'll act like I'm,
Oh,
like the Rush episode. Like the Rush episode. I was like
But
half
Norman,
asleep during that bad boy. But
yeah,
good
Norman
pick,
Bates.
fucking. Yeah, good pick, Travis.
Norman Bates is my number 9.
Mark, number 9.
I'm gonna go with Huey Lewis and the News. No, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho.
Okay.
I
Oh,
almost picked that.
Christian Bale. It's fucking amazing. He has fucking plastic over the couch. He's like us talking about fucking music, how this was made, and he fucking just starts whack, whack, just fucking starts killing their fucking asses out of nowhere. They didn't expect it. What a fucking fuck. It's like so fucking intense. It's like he's like so calm as he's killing them. He's like, the fuck.
I had a big shit-eating grin when I saw him kill Jared Leto.
Poor Jared Leto. He got shit on for his. I liked him as the Joker. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people didn't. I liked his performance.
It wasn't his fault with the gold teeth. That was the director.
I don't despise his band either. Actually,
what? 30 Seconds to Mars sucks.
Okay, the Christopher Nolan. I thought the Joker looked badass at that scene at the end where I guess Superman killed everybody or whatever. I thought he had the long hair.
That was the director's cut.
That's what I mean. He looked fucking.
He was good in that one, but the original version of that was not good.
I like about 30 Seconds to Mars song. That's
I like that one. I don't know any
from him.
I like the kill.
Travis, that's one too many, buddy.
I don't know any, so that's better than me.
It's an anomaly.
Neither do I.
It's an anomaly that they would make a great song like this, and everything else they did was shit.
They have a cool song called "Kings and Queens." I like. It's not an Aerosmith.
That's some bullshit right there.
I'm just saying, Christian Bale he's an amazing actor. He's a method actor, and I think he fucking rules. I love Christian Bale.
Yeah, you ever seen The Machinist? That was a fucking good movie too with Christian Bale. He got like so fucking scrawny in that fucking. He was like 50 pounds in that movie.
He
really gets into character.
He's like Tom Cruise, dude. You know, Tom Cruise fucked all his co-actresses.
Wait, I had one too many what beers?
All right,
this is only my first beer, man.
Rolling Rock. Go ahead. I like Rolling Rock.
Gay ass IPA.
Hey, Rolling Rock was great. It was like one of the great beers in the 90s. And then everything started getting better.
Yeah, you get free. You get a free fucking pack of sanitary napkins. I'm just kidding, dude.
Enjoy your cotton candy IPA.
I don't have cotton candy. It was a fucking sugar cookie.
Whatever.
It was 9 fucking
sugar cookie beer. And you fucking rag. Never mind. We won't get into that.
I am drinking vodka out of the bottle. Shut up, all you bitches.
I drank straight whiskey.
But I'm a cute bitch though.
How do I know it's whiskey, man? I think it's tea. I think you're just fooling us.
You want me to go get the bottle and bring it out?
You can fill it up with tea.
You could have filled it up.
I ain't fucking the Clash, man.
It's what David Lee Roth used to do.
I ain't the Clash. Well, he blamed the Clash for doing that shit.
Anyway, I think it's Jerry's pick.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna go the cheese route. I fucking thought that Mr. T as Clever fucking Lang and Rocky fucking 3 was fucking awesome, dude. I love the fact that
how was that cheese?
Well, I mean, just his lines. He's like, "I'm gonna bust you up." And the reporter goes, "What's the prediction for your fight?"
Well, that's boxing.
Pain.
That's boxing.
I know, man. But what I liked about it at the end, though, he wasn't like congratulations, Rocky. He was still a hateful fuck. They didn't shake hands or anything. He was like Apollo Creed did. I mean, they shook hands after their fights, but Clever Lang was a total. And then he fucking
fucking
I love
Mickey to have a heart attack.
And I love fucking that part. And he was hitting on fucking Rocky's wife during that statue fucking presentation. Hey, woman, wouldn't come over here with us, hang out with the real man. It's like that was fucking badass, dude. He was awesome as that fucking role. And then you got Hulk Hogan as Thunder Lips, man. I mean, come on.
Jesus.
Great fucking cheesy Rocky 3, dude. I mean, it started going, well, I wouldn't say it gone downhill completely, but I'm one of the only few that probably likes Rocky 5.
No, I like Rocky 5.
I love all of them.
I love all of them, dude.
But but I was thinking what would be the best, Mr. T as Clever Lang or Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago. But Drago was kind of
Mr.
made.
T.
Yeah, Drago was made to be that way. He was, through, mental abuse and all that shit and whatever you want to call
And
it, drugs.
you saw him like in Creed, how he was like pushed that way. He wasn't,
Yeah. Yeah, he fell for the guy,
he
kind
fell for
of.
the guy. Yeah, it's like
I mean, he still was pissed at Rocky, but
Mr. T
the
was just a hateful fuck.
yeah, he's just
exactly,
hateful
man.
fuck. Yeah,
Exactly. He had nothing to say nice about it. And you're next. I mean, he's fucking. I'm gonna, Apollo Creed goes shake his hand. He's like, "Get the fuck out of my face," or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, he's a douchebag to everybody. So
And he's
yeah,
responsible for Mickey dying.
exactly. That's what makes him even worse. You're a good point there.
yeah.
But
Mr. T was the best in DC Cab.
oh God, who are those two brothers? Those twin brothers.
I
Who are
don't know
they?
the Wrestler Brothers,
Yeah, the Barbarian Brothers. I
the
think that's what
Barbarian
they're
Brothers.
called, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you also had Gary Busey in there
Bill
jamming some Elvis.
Maher.
But you had Gary Busey in there jamming some Elvis and busting out
Yeah.
the cab windows. I fucking love that movie, dude.
Yeah, Bill Maher
And
and
what's the guy
fucking
from? What's the guy from?
Barney Miller. Barney Miller, that guy.
No, but who's the guy from fucking Caddyshack? He was Matthew, the blonde kid. He was in that movie too.
Who?
The McKeef. He was in that movie too. You know, the caddy in Caddyshack.
I thought that wasn't that Adam Baldwin?
No, it was Adam
You
Ball was
sure?
in it. Was McKeef was in there too.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
fuck it.
Well, whatever.
Let's get off. We're off topic. Let's go.
All right. Anyway, number 8, Joe.
Robert De Niro is Al Capone in The Untouchables.
Absolutely.
Good one.
That whole blow up he has after they raid the liquor factory. I want that fuck bound where he sleeps. I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burned to the ground. I want to piss on the ashes. Oh, what a great role. And I mean, when the first scene of the movie is a little girl getting blown up on your orders, like shit's get real when he bashes the guy over the head with the baseball bat.
Isn't that Brian De Palma?
Yeah.
Yep.
Great director.
Yep.
Just
Great
an
fucking
amazing
movie.
role.
Yep.
Robert De Niro is just one of my favorite performances of him as a villain, especially, but just an amazing performance.
Yeah.
So smooth and slimy at the same time, losing his composure and stuff. He has a really big temper and just absolutely goes off. Just a great performance.
Hey,
Incredible actor. He can do something like that and then turn around and do something like Awakenings, man. It's
and then
incredible fucking actor.
Yeah.
they made a great thing on Saturday Night Live with Randy Quaid playing Reagan, where he says, "We got a weak link here," and he says, "Who's not with the team?" And he bashes one of the guys on the head, one of his cabinet members, like Robert. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Cool pick, man. Travis, what do you got? Number 8, man.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off of you, Jerry. Number 8 is Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You said everything that I wanted to say. She is just fantastic in that role.
And a beautiful woman too, actually.
And
I thought so.
And she's one of those villains where she thinks she's not doing anything wrong.
Right.
She just rules with an iron fist, and just she makes my list alone for what she does to Rabbit.
Yeah.
When Rabbit finally grows a pair and stands up to Nurse Ratched, all she has to say is, "I'm going to call your mother," and he just immediately goes to kill himself. Man, that's just dark shit. And
Yeah,
I was rooting for Jack Nicholson to strangle the life out of her.
And she wins. That's the scary
That's
part.
the
Is she
thing.
wins.
That's the thing. It's scary.
Cool. Great fucking pick. I mean, I'm sure one of you other two will probably have her on there. I think.
I
didn't
Okay.
think about it.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Amazing
All right.
movie.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
All right, I'm gonna pick Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs, Michael Madsen.
Oh, good
Amazing.
one, man. Love Michael Madsen.
Fucking Michael Madsen, what a great loss, man. What a great actor. I know Eddie Canistracci loves Michael Madsen. He read from his book and made some videos of him. What a great fucking film. I think everybody likes those Kill Bill movies.
I liked it.
It was good, but nothing compares to Reservoir Dogs.
No, I mean, no, it's not as good as that. I mean, Pulp Fiction is his best, but Reservoir Dogs is definitely
Reservoir
his
Dogs
second
is number 2.
Absolutely.
Number 2. I could have picked fucking some people from Pulp Fiction too. But I wanted to get Michael Madsen in here because that motherfucker rules. So Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Blonde, man.
Who would you call a villain in Pulp Fiction, though? I mean, would you really think John Travolta or and Samuel L. Jackson are villains per se?
Honestly, you know what? I
Marcellus
think
Wallace,
Marcellus
man.
Wallace.
honestly,
maybe.
I would throw in Zed and the pawn shop.
Exactly. I was going to
Yeah.
say I think they were the fucking
Yeah.
biggest villains in the movie.
Because you know, if you were to see that movie in the theater and you see Zed walk in, you're like, oh great, a cop, he's gonna save the day. It's gonna get a whole lot worse.
Bring out the gimp.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think Zed is the true evil villain.
I do. It's definitely the most fucking. That's
The way
probably
he
the most.
violates Marcellus,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna send a couple of hard hit, what's over to kill medieval on
What's
your
a
way.
blowtorch?
Deal with the Holmes
blowtorch. I love the blowtorch.
The
I'm gonna get medieval
blowtorch.
on your ass. Do you hear me, hillbilly?
Fucking
I love
him.
Vic Rames.
Yeah,
Yep.
Big Rames rules.
Unfortunately, I think you're gonna kill him off in the new Mission Impossible. Unfortunately,
No. Well, they're ending that series, right?
Yeah, I think
You
he's
know
gonna die.
the thing about
just on the preview I saw with the goodbye scene, it was like a goodbye, like we're not going to see each other. Like a goodbye, like he's going to die.
the thing about the Mission Impossible movies, they got better every fucking movie. They didn't get worse,
Absolutely.
like Fast and the Furious. They got
I
better.
agree.
Yeah,
I've seen one Fast and the Furious movie, and I was not interested.
I
ever
liked
since.
them all, but they got mainly cheesy at the court towards the end. So I'm waiting for 11.
I'm happy to say I haven't seen a single one.
Yeah,
I'm happy to say I've
Same.
only seen one. I don't
I've
like
not
Vin
seen any
Diesel.
of
I
them.
never
you
did.
guys
I've
should
never liked
watch
Vin
the
Diesel.
first 4 up to Tokyo
I
Drift.
don't like Vin Diesel, man. I don't like Vin Diesel.
I like Vin
never did.
Diesel. You
Racing.
don't like the fucking movie with this, what's that, Riddick? Riddick is fucking good.
No, the movie was terrible.
That movie
Oh,
was
another movie.
boring.
Oh, dude, I like fucking that movie. I like
The only
first
cool movie I liked him in when he played Carpazzo.
Pitch Black was awesome. Pitch Black is fucking
He
awesome.
played
man.
Carpazzo in fucking Saving Private Ryan. But other than that,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
Pitch
really care
Black
for
was
anything.
fucking awesome. The Riddick series is fucking great. That's his best shit for me.
Yeah, actually, take that back. His best role is I am Groot. That's about it.
Oh,
I am
fuck you,
Groot.
dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the best one too. I don't like Vin Diesel.
I might have my own superhero movie from that, but yeah, go ahead.
All right. So it's my turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick the baddest villain in Star Trek. He was on the 3 shittiest movies. I'm talking about Darth Maul, dude. What a fucking great character he was. A badass with the lightsaber. I actually met Ray Park. He's a
Star
really
Wars,
cool
you
dude.
mean? You said Star Trek.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Excuse me.
Well, Star Trek is a superior
Star Wars,
series.
excuse me.
So there you go.
You'll see. I'm sure there's going to be a Star Trek on me and Mark's coming up, but definitely just a badass character with that double-bladed lightsaber. How badass was that when you first saw that, dude? And one thing I do like about the prequels, where I thought the lightsaber battles were probably the best in the series.
It's when they really first started choreographing them.
Exactly. I mean, that scene with him and Ewan McGregor and fucking
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson was fucking just intense, dude. Especially when Liam went down and it was just Ewan and fucking Darth Maul going at me.
That was by far the best scene of the prequel trilogy.
Oh, absolutely, fucking
that
great.
whole ending of that movie is really good.
Kind of shame that they didn't use him longer in the series,
Yeah.
but they brought him back in such a stupid way, like the spider legs in fucking the Han Solo movie was just dumb.
Well, they were
But,
going off of the Clone Wars because he came back in the
that's true.
Clone
He
Wars
did come
series.
But still, I mean, he was absolutely fucking badass, man. So the great Ray Park being Darth Maul, and the only cool thing about Phantom Menace, actually, I think. So
I actually, my kind of like unpopular Star Wars opinion is I don't mind the Phantom Menace. Like, of the prequels, that's the one I probably have the most like for. I'm not
I
a
like
huge
the prequels. I just didn't like the last 3.
Oh, yeah, the last 3 are awful. The last 3
Awful.
made me like the prequels a lot more.
Yeah, exactly, right?
no, not me.
But
Well, 'cause
Here's
you
the
like-
thing.
you like Daisy Ridley.
My problem was there was too much fucking CGI in the first 3, dude.
there was
Way
definitely too much CGI. There was too much unnecessary plot too. Like, for me with Phantom Menace, if you take out some of the CGI, you take out the awful child acting from the kid that played Anakin, which I do feel bad because he got like basically
Jake Lloyd, yeah.
he got basically
Jar Jar
like, run
Binks
out of
was
the
horrible.
he got like basically run out of the business
Yeah.
because of like how much he got bullied for that role. and some of the plot stuff. I think it's a really like interesting movie.
So did the guy who did Jar Jar Binks. He got bullied out of that too.
Yeah.
One of the
But-
worst lines I've ever heard in any movie. I hate sand.
I still insist on the fact that Jar Jar was going to be a bad guy if they hadn't.
I agree. He was going to be a Sith.
If they hadn't have like if the reaction had not been so bad. Like the fact that they basically didn't include him they barely included him in part 2, didn't include him at all in part 3. The way they set him up, he was going to have a bigger role, and then the fan reaction was so negative that they basically cut him out of the other 2 movies. And I still think that there was something that was going to happen with his character, but I don't know what it would have been. But that's my unpopular Star Wars opinion that I actually don't mind. I don't mind Phantom Menace.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I'll say it right now.
Boo,
I think Star Wars fans are just like they get all fanarky about Jar Jar Binks. I'm like, dude, just a fucking movie. Relax.
See, I'm not one of those Star Wars fans. I love the original trilogy, and then like basically don't care about anything afterwards.
I agree with
like,
you on that.
That's basically where I'm at with it.
I don't hate Star Wars. It's just it doesn't do anything. I'm sorry.
I'm not that's the same way I am about Star Trek. I have never.
I don't like Star Trek either.
I've never actually sat through and watched an entire Star Trek anything.
You're
sorry.
I grew up with it. It was always on TV. My fucking mom loved it. So
I've just never been interested in it.
I mean, if you like Star Wars,
that was what I was with the original trilogy of Star Wars.
However, when I look at some of the original series Star Trek episodes, oh my god, they were just bad.
No.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear people say about the original movie.
The original movie was really like very sci-fi. It was okay. It wasn't bad, but when they went to 2, 3, and 4, that was Star Trek for me.
That's what I always hear from people.
Yeah.
It's like,
and I like 4,
if you want to get into Star Trek,
I like 5 and 6 too. Jerry,
5 was god awful, but I like 6.
You like 6.
Like that's what everyone always says. If you want to watch Star Trek, watch Wrath of Khan or watch Next Generation.
No,
I'm just not a big.
You need to watch the original series.
I'm sorry,
too.
Star Wars, Star Trek fans. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Boba Fett, but Boba Fett was like in the movie for what, 2 minutes, the whole fucking show. So
yeah, that was Boba Fett was more like expanded universe.
Yeah,
like that's when like the love for Boba Fett really like blew up.
Yeah, because he was actually I mean back then when it was just cool because he was a mystery. I mean, he had like 1 or 2 lines. He was cool looking. He had the rocket pack. I mean, so yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's get on with her. Number 7, Joe.
All right, this is a movie that definitely no one has ever heard of in their lives. One of my favorite silent movies from the 20s, from one of my favorite directors. It's a German movie from Fritz Lang called Spies. Really, really great espionage thriller. And the villain is a guy named Hagi, played by Rudolf Klein-Roeg, who really, really famous German actor from that time, played a lot of famous roles. He was the villain in Metropolis as well. So if anyone has seen Queen's Radio Gaga music video, you know what he looks like because he's in that. He's in that, the guy with like the crazy hair when he's resurrecting the robot. But he plays the villain, and he's like a master of disguise. He's like the head of this big like criminal empire, and the whole movie is about this like secret agent who's like trying to fight against him. And so he's also like his real life personality is he's the head of this bank. So he is in charge of all the money in this city. And he's also like this criminal mastermind, and he's a master of disguise. So he goes into all these different disguises. And since I know no one's ever going to watch this movie, the plot twist at the end is that he is also secretly a member of the Secret Service that is going after him. He's undercover as one of the other secret agents. So he has all the intel on the secret agents because he is masquerading as one of them. And so he plays this really, really great role, and he makes this movie for me. So it's one of my favorite silent movies. Really, really great performance from Rudolf Klein-Roeg. If anyone is a fan of silent movies at all, or like the history of like espionage or spy movies, this is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, I never was a silent movie
Yeah, me
guy.
too. Me too.
It's called Spies, right?
Yep.
I'll go check it out, man.
Yep. It's one of my favorites. Fritz Lang, he did Metropolis. He did if you ever seen the movie M, it came out in the early 30s with Peter Lorre. It's a German movie. He was German, of course. He fled Nazi Germany in the 30s, but he is one of my favorite directors. Did a ton of great movies, and that's one of my favorites that he ever did.
Cool. All right, Travis, number 7.
Number 7, I'm probably gonna get a lot of head smacks for this one. Oh, it is Christmas time, and I love these two. I'm going with the Wet Bandits. Harry and Marv.
And they're
That's a
good.
one.
Man, I can't help but laugh every time I see them. I think, I mean, they're
Joe
great.
Pesci and Daniel Stern, dude.
They make
Great actors.
You couldn't have any other actor play those two.
No, not
They
at
were
all.
perfect for those roles.
I saw somebody come up to work today where they're wearing the Wet Bandits. If you see them in Chicago, look out for the Wet Bandits.
And I gotta say, when Marv plugs the sinks in the house in the first movie, I'm like, dude, that is just evil.
Yeah.
Fucking evil, man.
And the funny thing is, as a kid, like that's like the first exposure you get to Joe Pesci, and like in this like family friendly kids movie, and then you see him in like Goodfellas or Casino, and he's just like beating the ever living shit out of people, saying the F word every 3 words.
Well, Lethal
It's
Weapon
hilarious.
Exactly.
And that's the reason why he's muttering all the time in Home Alone, because he's trying not to cuss. Because
Yeah.
Chris Columbus told him it's a family movie, don't cuss.
Well, Lethal Weapon 2, he's pretty good too.
But
Oh yeah! Oh my god, he's amazing in Lethal
I
Weapon.
couldn't leave the Wet Bandits off my list. This is a list of villains that I just love to watch on screen.
That's a good
Yeah.
one, though.
Great one.
I think Joe Pesci's, I know you're gonna laugh at me for this. I think his best performance is My Cousin Vinny, dude. I thought he was
Oh, that's amazing.
The two
Amazing.
youths.
for those magic beans.
What's a youth?
Marissa Tomei. Oh.
What's a youth?
Oh man,
and-
what's a
and
youth?
I also
Two
gotta
youths.
say-
What's two Utes?
And Joe Pesci's great.
Hey, Fred
Daniel-
Gwynn, man, is a
Yeah.
fucking judge.
Fred
man.
Gwynn is
And-
the judge.
but-
Yeah.
Daniel Stern in my opinion, he's very underrated.
I
I think
love
he's a
Daniel
great
Stern.
actor, great comedic actor. I think he's very funny.
Yeah.
He plays such a great stupid person.
There's a thing where they think they should make a new Home Alone where
No,
where he's doing the purge.
Yeah.
no more.
No, but he's doing the purge. It's a horror Home Alone.
No, it's okay. I stop after 2.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
All right. I want some sharks with lasers on them.
Attached to their freaking
$1
heads.
million.
1 million. And then they go 1 million.
That's our
$1
laugh
trillion. Dr. Evil, man.
Yeah.
Mike Myers. I fucking love him in all 3 of those movies. It's one of the greatest trilogies of all time. The fucking Austin Powers movies. They didn't get bad at all. They got better.
I have one simple request: to have sharks with
with
laser
freaking
beams
laser beams
attached to their heads.
Heads.
It's not a lot.
Fra! Number 2.
Stand the Fembats.
And then when they brought Rob Lowe as the younger number 2.
Younger number 2.
Oh my god.
That was my favorite gag, was that he goes back in time and it's Rob Lowe as a younger number 2, but it's still Mindy as Frau,
Yeah.
and she looks the exact same. Oh, Frau, you look.
You're gonna be the last man I ever fall in love with. Yes, that's true.
Yes, that's
actually.
true.
Mini Me was good, man. But fucking Dr. Evil, dude. And then they
I gotta be honest about Mike Myers. I can only take him in short bursts, but I did love him in Austin Powers, man. He's been some bad movies,
that is
dude.
by
the
far his
Love
best
Guru. The
Oh
Love Guru
god, that was
horrible.
terrible.
That was like an
Oh.
Indian Austin Powers.
I did like So I Married an Axe Murderer. I don't know why I like that movie, but I did.
Well,
for
So
some
I Married a
reason.
Max Murderer is fucking awesome. Nancy Travis is fucking amazing in that movie.
But
I
he says,
never liked Mike Myers.
You don't like
Yeah,
Wayne's World? What the fuck's wrong
No.
with you?
I'm not a huge Wayne's World guy. By far, my favorite Mike Myers
think
is Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, yeah, that's
To
my
me,
favorite.
Mike Myers just bugs me.
But you got fucking Dana Carvey.
He bugs me
It's
too.
What? You You know what? You're not turtle enough to be in the Turtle Club.
Fuck the Master of Disguise.
Oh,
That movie is
God.
awful.
That movie is so
That's a-
cheesy.
That
I
is
love
one
it.
of the
Shitty
worst
ass
movies of
movie.
all time.
I love the movie where he
The people
fucking
wanted to
loses
see
his
that
memory.
shit because of that stupid turtle scene. Fuck that movie.
I like the movie.
It deserves its 1%.
I
on
remember
Rotten
growing up, and I can't remember what VHS it was on, but seeing the trailer for that movie, and I'm just like, what is the? And as a kid, I was like, what is this shit?
I love Dana Carvey. I'll always love Dana Carvey. You know what? I'm chopping broccoli. Chopping broccoli.
Oh dear God.
And his bush. Oh God, so good.
All right.
What was his bush where he goes, 1,000 points of light? And he did fucking Biden. Fucking amazing on Saturday Night Live.
I do like that they brought him back recently.
Oh,
Oh,
he
that
was
was
incredible. He was incredible as Joe Biden, dude.
He was.
Fucking, I mean, and the guy they got now does a fucking great Donald Trump too. They got. I mean, that was like the perfect, And then what's her face doing fucking Kamala Harris was funny as fuck too, dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, this.
You know
Great
what? I
fucking-
did like Mike Myers in Shrek. I'll do that. All right.
My-
I like.
did-
I love
I
Shrek. There
could
you
not
go.
fucking stand Shrek, dude.
I like the first two
Ah.
Shrek, and I'm done.
There you go. I'll say
Shrek,
that. I'll say
All right,
something.
Shrek 2 is a great movie. I love
So,
Shrek.
I'll
I'm
say
going
something
with
nice
Dr.
about Mike
Evil.
Myers.
Dr. Evil. Austin Powers.
I'll say something.
I
nice
love
about Mike.
chicken. I love liver. Meow mix, please,
Please deliver.
All right, my number. What are we on? 7.
Yep.
You see this meme a lot recently. It's not Christmas until you see this certain person fall from the fucking building, dude. Hans Gruber, man, from Die Hard, dude. Loved him. I love Alan Rickman, dude. I don't think he's made a bad fucking movie. I even liked him in Galaxy Quest, which I thought was a terrible
Galaxy Quest
fucking
is
movie.
awesome. What?
That movie sucked.
That's
What
awful.
the fuck are you talking about?
It's god
Anthony
awful.
Shalhoub is in there. Tony Shalhoub.
Doesn't.
It's a fucking great movie, dude.
No,
That
it's
was
not,
my
Mark.
sci-fi
It
movie.
is not. It is
Oh,
not
yeah,
a
No,
good
what
movie.
the
What?
fuck? Tim Allen.
But
is
Alan
fucking-
Rickman's amazing
Wait,
in it.
wait,
Yes.
The
Gal-
whole movie's amazing.
Wait, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Thank you, Travis.
Terrible fucking movie.
I know.
But getting back to Die
What do I
Hard.
know?
Dude, what a
Red
fucking
shirt,
classic.
red shirt. Come on,
I-
man.
I do not like any other movie in the Die Hard series except for the first one.
I like the
rest
second
of
one.
All
Yeah.
of them are good,
Yes.
dude. Die Hard.
I like
Die
the
Hard
third
with
one,
a-
too.
Die Hard with a Vengeance with fucking
Jeremy Irons. Yeah.
Jeremy. Oh, and you had fucking Samuel L. Jackson in there, man. Come on, what the fuck you talking
Oh,
about?
he's walking around fucking with that sign on his fucking.
What the
that
fuck
was-
you
that was
talking
kinda
about?
funny.
That movie was
Nah.
awesome.
And they had the fucking that one kid. He was that. I think he was in it too. The one with Samuel.
I
L.
don't know
Jackson.
you, Jerry.
The computer guy.
There is no bad
Justin
Die Hard
Justin
movie.
Long. Wasn't
No,
Justin
there
Long
is,
in one of
Mark.
those movies?
There is no bad Die Hard movie.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Live Free or Die Hard is not a good movie.
I love
Ooh,
Leave
yeah.
Free or Die Hard.
Oh,
Kevin
think-
fucking.
The
Myth
one
is in there.
cut the one cut is not too bad, but the theatrical version is awful.
Oh yeah, the director's cuts
I'll,
great.
But,
I'll give Live Free one thing. It's better than the fifth. Oof.
Good
Die
Day's
Hard
pretty
with
good.
a Vengeance is one of the best movies in the series.
But-
Die Hard with a Vengeance is awesome.
awesome.
But, yeah,
but
that's
getting
my
back to
favorite Die Hard.
Alan,
That's my favorite Die Hard.
No,
getting back
mine
to
is the
Alan
first
Rickman,
one.
man. Alan Rickman plays a fucking great fucking bad guy. I mean, I was never a Harry Potter fan, but I guess he was like a really good villain.
He was.
He
Snape or
wasn't
whatever.
really a villain in
He
that
was
movie.
Snape.
Well, he was
But-
a bad person.
Okay, in the
Uh,
first 7 movies, he's a villain, and they try to redeem it at the end.
Well,
I
he
don't
was a
get-
secret
I-
villain because he
But-
was working
and
for
then- and then- and then
But he was still
Dumbledore.
he was still an asshole.
He
I-
was.
then he does
You know what? I'm with you, Jerry.
then he does a great job as fucking the voice of God in Dogma, man.
Mhm.
I mean, he was incredible fucking actor.
He was great in
even
Robin
the
Hood.
best part of
Robin
was
Hood,
him.
yeah.
I
Kevin
like his.
Costner
I like
sucked.
his last. I like his final movie.
No,
Eye
the
in
sheriff of
Sky.
Nottingham. The sheriff of Nottingham. Yeah.
I like his
Yeah.
final movie, Eye in the Sky, with Aaron Paul. That was a good one.
Oh, that was good. Yep. Talented
Sad.
dude, man. Shane, I was sad when I heard that he died, man. I
Yeah.
loved him, man. But that's my number 7, Hans Gruber. So 6, Joseph.
I got that. I got that set.
Same thing. Hans Gruber, Alan Rickman, amazing. It's
Don't
not
you
a
hate
Christmas
that? Don't
movie.
you hate that when you're coming up with your next answer and the person in front of you fucking steals your fucking
Actually,
answer?
this was a little higher in my list, so I just moved it down to this one because there's not really the numbers on this list don't matter to me. So
True. Yeah.
like Yeah, just an amazing.
I didn't pick
performance.
Hans Gruber. Do you know how much I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie? Because I knew one of you motherfuckers would pick it.
It's not, Mark. It's
It's
not.
a fucking Christmas movie.
It's not.
It's
a
got
movie-
Christmas music in it by Run DMC.
It's a movie set at Christmas time.
Run.
The
Amazing
Terrifier
movie, though.
Terrifier 3 will
Amazing
be
movie,
a
though.
Christmas movie as well. 'Cause it's
All
Christmas.
right, Ralph.
Alan Rickman.
Just because it has a fucking row of Christmas lights in the movie does not make it a Christmas movie, man.
Merry
Die Hard,
Christmas,
it's
everybody.
got Run DMC, Christmas and Holiday.
Lethal Weapon 2 is not a Christmas movie, you know. I'm sorry.
Lethal
Cheers,
Weapon
folks, I'm
1
getting drunk, have a
Lethal
fun
Weapon
time.
1 is a Christmas movie.
That's what I mean, Lethal Weapon.
You know what? I love Officer Carl Winslow.
Yeah, I do too.
All right.
You know, this is why Die Hard is a Christmas movie. He's going to see family. He's going to see them at Christmas time, and fucking shit goes sideways. There you go.
And I like how he buys all the Twinkies. He's like, my wife's pregnant. Sure, she is.
All right, Travis, what do you got, man?
All right. Number 6. What are you looking at? Butthead. Going
Biff.
with Biff from Back to the Futures, all of his descendants. I love Back to the Future. My favorite movie of all time, and Biff is just awesome. He is a perfect asshole. He literally tries to rape Lorraine.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's asshole material right there.
Yep.
But he's just so funny. You can't hate him because he's just he's like a brute, but he's just such a dumbass.
You want this ball? You want this ball? Go get it.
Make like a tree and get out of here. It's make like a tree and leave. You sound like a damn fool when you say that.
Took that kid's ball, threw it up in the fucking.
I
just a
hate
total
manure.
fucking douchebag.
I love
All three
I love
movies
me
got
some Biff.
manure.
And oddly enough, Thomas F. Wilson is like one of the nicest people in real life.
Yeah. I thought his Mad Dog persona was the best of the three. I
Oh,
thought that was his
amazing.
best,
You
man.
guys
I
can
love
shut
all-
the fuck up. That's
all
all I'm
three-
gonna say.
All 3 movies are perfect. Love them all to death.
It's one movie.
It's one movie. It's the best trilogy ever,
Yes, it is.
No, I'd go with fuck.
in my
It is.
opinion.
In my
In your opinion,
And Mark.
that's all. Speaking of
So-
Mark, what do you got? I'm sorry,
Fucking
Travis.
asshole, Travis. I knew you were gonna fucking pick
That's
this
what we're
'cause you
talking about.
fucking asshole. Yeah,
I
I
know.
picked Biff and Griff. Biff, Griff, and fucking Mad Dog Tannen. Fucking great fucking antagonist to fucking Marty McFly. I love Thomas S. Wilson. Great fucking actor. Great fucking. I don't know why he didn't do much after these movies. I think he should have been sought after because he was he did different personas, different personalities. The guy was fucking amazing. I love Michael J. Fox, but I think this guy had more range than Michael J. Fox.
I don't think he wanted to be in acting anymore. I don't think as much. I think.
Oh, he was in other shows. He did.
I know, but he didn't really want to be like in movies like that anymore. I remember doing an interview. It's like, yeah, it was kind of I don't know, he didn't really like the attention or whatever.
Like Travis was texting me today, like butthead shit, and I go, "Fuck!" They filmed that on my fucking mall, asshole. I saw that film at my mall. At that mall.
McFly, you Irish bug.
Fuck you, Travis. Fuck you. You should
Lone
never
Pine-
pick back the feature over me.
Lone Pine Mall.
Lone Pine. I got a picture because I went to the Pony Hills Mall. I got the picture of the Lone Pine Mall thing inside the mall.
I wish I was you back then. Man.
Yeah, dude, I saw it at the
Boy.
Pony.
Travis,
Hills
you have
Mall.
Mark almost as mad as when everyone stole his Blazing
All right,
Saddles quotes.
who was the better Jennifer?
Yeah, that was
the
fucked
original.
up when you guys
Was it the
Ain't
original?
I the
Was the original or
worst?
Elizabeth Shue? Who was the better Jennifer? The original or Elizabeth?
The original.
I
The
thought so,
original,
too.
but I love
I would fuck Elizabeth Shue though. more than the
Elizabeth
original.
Shue is just
Who wouldn't,
amazing.
Mark? Who
But
wouldn't?
you know what my
I don't
favorite-
like that movie,
honestly,
and I would.
My favorite Elizabeth Shue movie is Adventures in Babysitting.
Leaving
That's my
Las
favorite.
Vegas, man, with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah,
that's
she
a
was
good
good
one,
in
but
that
I
one.
love
And
Adventures
she
in
was
Babysitting
also
most.
in the Boys, the television series where they were. Oh gosh, she was
Honestly, I think she's great at everything,
yeah, she's really a great actress. I love Elizabeth Shue.
and she aged like a fine wine.
She aged really good.
Yeah, I saw her. Last time I saw her was in that. She came back in the last Cobra Kai series. She looked great. Man.
Did you see
Jennifer
the
Grey-
Boys?
She didn't age. She didn't age as good as this vodka did.
Jennifer Grey is cute, but honestly, you know what?
She fucked her looks
No,
up with the
Jennifer
nose
Grey.
job.
Yeah,
You know
Jennifer
what?
Grey looks
I
know
like
weird.
the
though?
nose. She took that
You know what,
nose
though?
away, man.
I had a big crush on Leia Thompson. I think she is.
She's
I
cute.
think
Leia Thompson was good.
I think Lorraine is a dreamboat, like the '50s version of her. She is
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think
Anyway.
my girlfriend is hotter than anybody in the movies, though. There you go. Jennifer.
Well, you got to say that, dude. Of course.
No, I don't got to say that. I tell the truth, man.
No, you do.
I'm happy for you.
Next.
My girlfriend's gooder than yours.
Your wife?
I know what boys.
Oh, that's right. She's my wife now. I gotta get
Your
used to
wife,
that. She's my
bitch.
wife now.
She's your wife.
She's my
bitch.
wife now. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you at? Mark or me? I can't.
I already said Biff.
Yeah.
I said Biff, Griff,
Oh,
and
okay.
Mad Dog.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Jack Nicholson's Joker and Batman, man.
Great
Good one.
villain.
I'll
Where
be
did they
right
get
back.
a load of me? I thought he was pretty badass in that.
Amazing.
What a great fucking. I mean, to start
My
off the
favorite
franchise
Joker.
with.
My favorite Joker.
Those are
Joe.
my balloons. Yeah, he's fucking funny. I mean, was it corny that the first that Batman movie? Yeah, but it was still great though. And you know, Jack Nicholson as a villain and Michael Keaton as Batman. Come on, man, doesn't get and Kim Basinger. I mean,
There's never been a better Batman movie.
Jerry,
I agree. What?
you are my number one guy.
Now, I hated that fucking Prince song in that movie, dude. That song was annoying.
Oh, I love them.
The Bat Dance. That song.
Oh, the Bat Dance is
sucked.
a little cheesy. The soundtrack though is great. There's some really, really good stuff on that soundtrack. Like Prince went above and beyond on the assignment and wrote a whole freaking
He
album.
did, yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of people that you could say, especially like people who are like a pretty decent height of their career as a pop star, and say, okay, we're gonna have you write a few songs for this album. He wrote basically an entire concept album from the point of view of different characters. He wrote songs from the point of view of Vicky Vale. Like, he wrote all this different stuff, and it's like,
I love how we're talking about Prince without Mark here.
yeah.
Oh, he'd
If
be
you-
jerking off. He'd be like, you know.
If you take off
here he
Bat
comes.
Dance, like that soundtrack, I mean, Electric Chair is one of my favorite Prince songs. Is Electric Chair, amazing song.
Prince rules.
But
I like Party Man too.
I mean,
Great, yeah, it's another great one.
you got one of the best actors in Jack Nicholson playing one of the best villains in movie history. Absolutely, he's got to be on my list. So,
And he really leaned into it, and like you could think like someone who like Jack Nicholson, who's like he's an actor. He could be above that. He could see himself as above that, but he really went all in on the role. Like, he didn't like give it like a half-ass performance because it's a superhero movie. Like, he really went all in on it. And everyone always talks about Heath Ledger as the Joker. You would never have Heath Ledger as the Joker without Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
I cannot fucking stand these Joaquin Phoenix Jokers either, man. They were
I like the
terrible,
first
man.
movie.
I like the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I've
The
seen them
second
both.
one is not a
God
musical.
fucking
It's
awful.
really good. I like
And
it.
Joaquin Phoenix is he's always played some weird words like Her. Remember that movie? He fell in love with the fucking AI thing. But he was good in like Signs. He was really good in that one.
He was good in the Walk the Line.
Yeah, you're pretty good, Johnny.
He was good in Gladiator.
You know, speaking of Jack Nicholson, the only reason I didn't put Jack Torrance on my list is, yes, technically he does bad things, but it's
the hotel is the villain.
It's not his fault. Demons that are the villain.
It's the hotel itself is the villain.
Yeah, he's technically not a bad guy. He's just
The Shining was almost a perfect movie except the ending when he's frozen out there, and that was one of the cheesiest scenes ever.
Here's the only thing that I'll say that kind of gives you a little bit of sense of doubt of whether he is a bad guy or not is they talk about him maybe hitting Danny before they go to the hotel, like in the scene with Shelley Duvall at their house and stuff, that like he hit Danny, and like it kind of puts a little bit of a sense of doubt of whether it all truly is the hotel or if it's just the hotel manifesting his worst tendencies.
Yeah, I think
either way, we're not talking about The Shining, but
he's getting a bad case of cabin fever.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on number 5, Joe.
Number 5. My number 5 is actually a twofer because we actually discussed this movie about a month ago when we did westerns, and we discussed that there was actually two major villains in this movie, and one does not reveal himself right away, and that is Monsieur Calvin Candy, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and Stephen, the house slave, played by one of my favorite Samuel L. Jackson performances in Django Unchained from Quentin Tarantino. These performances are just absolutely phenomenal. You have Leonardo DiCaprio, who is genuinely insane
The memes.
in this role. Like the scene when he's discussing his philosophy or his science about the skulls of African Americans, and then hits it with the hammer and just goes absolutely insane. And the way that he portrays that role is just really intense, and then immediately switches it back to really kind of suave and cool. But he is an absolutely abhorrent human being. And then you have Samuel L. Jackson, that when they're riding up to Candyland and you see him and he's just staring daggers at Jamie Foxx. And it's just like, oh, this is a bad dude. And then they had that scene in the library with just him and Leonardo DiCaprio with none of the other characters. And you realize that Samuel L. Jackson is the one that's actually in control of this whole situation. It's not Leo, it's Samuel L. Jackson that's in control of everything that's going on here. He's the one that's in Leo's ear, telling him all this stuff, really basically running this whole house. And then they both get their comeuppance. Leo gets shot. Great scene with him and Christoph Waltz. And then at the end, when Jamie Foxx kneecaps Samuel L. Jackson, and then the house blows up, just a great scene. One of my favorite Tarantino movies. We were talking about Reservoir Dogs. And
that's probably my
earlier.
third. That was a great movie. The only Quentin Tarantino movie I don't like was Jackie Brown. I never really liked that one.
I like Jackie Brown. It's not
like
one of my
Jackie Brown.
favorites. But like for me, Quentin Tarantino has an easy top 4, and then it's like the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's sets of two. It's Reservoir Dogs, and Pulp Fiction, and then Inglourious Bastards and Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Like those are my easy top 4, and then it's the rest of his movies. And they're all good. He's never made a bad movie. But it's those 4 that are just like immediately at the top of my list.
I think the
You
best
put From
movie,
Dusk to Dawn
the
on
best,
there? You wouldn't put that on there?
well,
That's not him.
Robert Rodriguez did Dusk to Dawn.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
He wrote Dusk to Dawn.
You're right.
He wrote it,
You're
but
right,
he
my
didn't
bad.
direct
He wrote
it.
it, and the same
You're
thing with what's that movie with Christian Slater? He wrote that movie too.
Correctamundo.
What was the movie he did with Christian Slater?
I can't remember.
It was the one where there's just shooting people. I'll look it up.
Everyone always forgets about Death Proof too.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so Travis, you're up next, number 5.
Number 5. You know how to fly, Bobby? You burnt the fucking money. Clarence Boddicker from RoboCop, man. Kurtwood Smith is just fucking awesome. I love it. It's just, I think he should have played more villains. He's just awesome in that movie. I just love every line he says in that movie when he goes to Bob Morton's house and says, "Bitches leave."
Yeah.
I love him in that movie. He is awesome. Clarence Boddicker is my number 5.
True Romance.
Nah, he was fucking awesome in that role. And so was the guy that played fucking he played fucking Bogomil in Beverly Hills Cop. I can't think of his name at the moment.
That guy.
He was good in RoboCop too.
Cops don't like me, so I don't like cops.
That's a great pick. I didn't even think about that one either. That's a good one.
True Romance with Kristen Slater. That movie's awesome too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was
another one. That one. Dennis Hopper was in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
All right, so we're up to Mark, number 5.
Number 5. Everybody's gonna say this should have been higher on my list, but there's better villains for me because the first 3 movies are amazing, and then it went downhill from there. Darth Vader, James Earl Jones doing the voice.
Absolutely, he should be on the list. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, I had to pick Darth Vader. So he's one of the best villains of all time. But I think there's more because the first three, great, great, great shit. But after that, he didn't make an appearance till other movies on there. So that's
Well,
why
yeah,
he's
it's all about these three movies. Like
Yeah, it's
this
about
is
those
Star
three
Wars.
movies. That is Star Wars. Yeah. So James Earl Jones doing the voice. I forgot. Was it Robert
David
Prowse?
Prowse.
David
David
Prowse.
Prowse, yeah.
Yeah. So he played. They tried to do his voice and didn't work.
Just didn't work. You
Didn't
can see
work.
this. You see, like on YouTube, they'll show him saying the lines. It just does not sound this.
Didn't work.
No,
but
yeah.
James Earl Jones
No.
made that character.
He's
So
David Prowse is also in one of the most underrated
What else has he been in?
Hammer horror movies, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell.
Oh, really?
He
I
plays
didn't know that.
the Frankenstein monster. Really, really good. It's the last one with it also Peter Cushing's in it. It's the last one that Peter Cushing plays Dr. Frankenstein. It's a really, really underrated Hammer horror movie, and he plays the villain. And it was 3 years before the first Star Wars movie. It was 74, I think.
Who did you pick, Mark? I'm sorry.
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader.
Oh,
Dude,
That's
he's
Lord
one of the-
Vader to you,
Lord
pal.
Vader to you. I'm gonna force choke you, Travis.
yeah, I love James Earl Jones when he was in Big Bang Theory.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Have you seen?
I like
the
Star Wars too.
Have you
That's
seen-
I like
awesome.
when he-
I love that episode. That is so good.
And then
I like
that's
the
the
one he
first time
played-
that Mark Hamill and James Earl Jones ever met in that series
You
too.
mean
Not
Carrie
Mark Hamill,
Fisher?
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher. Well, I
How many
thought Mark
ding
Hamill was
dongs?
in
when
Mark
ding
Hamill's
dong
not in that
gets to their
episode.
house?
there. He's in an
Mark
episode.
Hamill
later,
was in a different episode of Big Bang Theory.
but he's with James Earl in that.
Mark
episode,
Hamill was
too.
in
No,
a
he's
Big
not.
Bang Theory. He was in a Big Bang Theory
Yeah,
episode.
he
he was the
Yeah,
episode
Mark.
when
he marries, he
Amy
marries
and Sheldon got
and
married.
Amy.
Oh, that's where he officiated. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Will Wheaton.
Right. I remember it now. Yeah, that's when they discovered the.
Fuck
formula.
Wesley
Yeah.
Crusher. Okay,
Oh, come on. I thought he was awesome.
he was
He's a Big
okay.
Bang
Yeah, but he's
The West
like
Big-
he's
totally
amazing
like
in the
No,
he's
no, no, in
amazing
Big Bang
He's
Theory.
better
Theory.
in Big Bang Theory
No, in Big Bang Theory is what I'm
Amazing.
talking
and
about. I thought he
Stand
was
by
great.
Me. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
fuck you.
I love that.
And
movie.
my girl sucked too. That was
Well,
fucking
my
amazing.
girl,
it
he
did.
wasn't in there.
I can't stand
I'm just
Corey
pointing it
Feldman,
out.
but I like that movie.
The only thing Corey Feldman I ever liked him in was Gremlins and Friday the 13th Part 4.
Lost Boys.
Oh, Lost Boys. He was
Oh,
awesome.
Lost Boys. I forgot about that. Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think Corey Feldman got his point across about
I like
Hollywood.
I like
he
License
just-
to Drive.
A terrible fucking movie.
Never seen
Corey Feldman.
Heather Graham, bitch.
Corey Feldman got his point across about Hollywood. He just needs to go away now.
He needs to stop singing.
You mean you don't like his dancing?
No,
I think it's awesome. He's the best,
Hey.
man.
That
You know what?
movie,
Let him do
that
what he's gonna
movie,
do.
Dream a Little Dream, gave him leeway. to
no,
think
man,
he
that
could
guy
dance.
just makes me want to punch him.
Hey, he's putting
Let-
asses
let-
in
let
seats,
him
and people are coming
let
out to
live
see
his
him.
life.
So
Let him live his life.
he's putting asses in seats, and he's doing what he wants. People are paying.
Hey,
to see
the
him.
He's
best-
enjoying himself. He's having a good
Hey.
time.
You know,
I
he
think
should
one
re-
of the best movies he was in was The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Rick Duke.
he should replace Joe Satriani in the freaking Van Hagar thing.
Fuck you. Hey, did you
What-
guys
what
ever see The
fit?
Burbs? Did you guys
What
ever
a
see The
fit.
Burbs?
The Burps.
The Burbs with
It was
Tom
okay.
Hanks?
Everybody
The
says that was a
Burbs
great movie. It was
rule!
Not
all
the
right.
Burbs.
The Burbs.
Everybody's
Anyway,
seen The
what are we
Burbs.
on?
Yeah, really. Mark said Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the great Richard Dawson as Damon Killen from The Running Man. Man,
Oh, that's a great one.
Amazing.
I would you consider him a villain or not?
He was a
I
villain.
mean,
He was
yeah.
a total villain.
Yeah. I mean, because Richard Dawson's got this reputation of being the nice guy in Family Feud and
Well,
You know,
he
Hogan's
wasn't. He,
Heroes.
Match game.
Match Game, and then he fucking plays a total fucking asshole.
he was an asshole on fucking Family Feud by kissing the women with the fucking cigarette breath. You know,
Yeah, well, that was the 70s.
he was
man.
raping
You can't
those
really-
chicks.
Chicks loved him.
Okay,
man.
Mark. Whatever.
It's like if you ever watch any old Match Game episodes, everybody fucking picked him.
They
for the
always
final
pick
answer.
him.
I love
Everybody
Richard
picked
Always
Dawson.
pick him.
I'm just fucking around.
That's a great choice. I love The Running Man.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
yeah, I did too. It was a great fucking movie. I liked what was her name? The Spanish woman. She was hot. Maria Conchito Alonso. Man, I thought she was pretty hot.
One of my favorite lines in that movie where they're in the airport, Arnold's like, "If you don't shut up, I break your neck like chicken."
Mhm.
Uh,
And I just love the cheesy. What were they called? The Hunters, not the Hunters. What were they called? The like Buzzsaw. What were they called? Fuck. Come on, Mark. Help
I
me
don't
out, man.
remember, dude. I need to get that movie on
I like
Stalkers.
it.
Stalkers. I think they were called.
Stalkers.
I like
Yeah,
the
Stalkers.
I like the opera guy.
Yeah.
You know, and the people who
you
won
got
were actually killed. Yeah.
you
All
got
right.
Yaphet,
What famous drummer had a cameo in that movie?
Vinny
you got,
Appice? I don't know.
Nope.
you got Yaphet Kotto in there. You got the Weasel Zappa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nick Fleetwood. Nick Fleetwood was in that.
Really? I didn't.
He played Mick, the guy that was in charge of the underground thing. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, okay. Anyway. Damon Killen, Richard Dawson, Running Man, my number 5. Number 4, Joseph.
Awesome. So I know a lot of times I'll talk about movies that, like, if people haven't seen, that's cool. If there is one movie that, if you have not seen this movie, I urge you to go out of your way and see this movie. It is one of my favorite movies. It is insanely creepy. It is a movie from the 50s called Night of the Hunter. And it stars the amazing Robert Mitchum as
I love Robert Mitchum.
Reverend Harry Powell, who he is the inspiration for people getting words tattooed on their fists. He has the words love and hate tattooed on his fist.
Oh,
And
wow.
he plays this serial killer who masquerades as a preacher and goes around to all these towns, basically getting women to fall in love with him and then killing them. And basically he goes after this. He's in prison with a guy who robbed a bank, and he goes after this guy's family to try to find the money that this guy robbed from a bank. And so he's going after the kids because he kills their mother and then goes after the kids. And it's a really, really creepy movie. And it's a really, really great performance from Robert Mitchum playing Reverend Harry Powell, Night of the Hunter.
Great fucking. Travis, what do you got, man?
Number 4. Some people have already said this one. Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Nothing needs to be said. What a terrific performance from Alan Rickman. Just need I say more?
Yeah, it ain't Christmas till I see Hans Gruber falling from the fucking
It
building.
ain't Christmas until I see Mel Gibson fighting Gary Busey in the front yard.
That's right, with the Christmas tree right there, man. Yeah.
All right. Mark.
This is a whole movie set, the Harry Potter movie set. It's like they build this guy up. They build him, and when you finally see him, he's just as evil as you thought he would be. Voldemort, the name that should not be named. They build him up. Ralph Fiennes, an amazing actor. He just plays him so well. It's just like they build him up, and when he finally makes an appearance, it fucking pays off. It's like Jaws. It's like when you finally see the shark, it's like, yes. When you finally see Voldemort, it's like, oh my God. Fucking one of the greatest villains in movie history ever. And he's evil as fuck. And I love Voldemort. Fucking Ralph Fiennes, amazing. And the way they built him up, they just didn't show him. They just talked about him so much. And then finally when he made his appearance.
He was in part 1 on the back of the guy's head.
Yeah. But not much. He wasn't there.
But
yeah,
like they definitely picked one of the best actors they possibly could for that role. Ralph Fiennes in that role was amazing.
We saw Conclave a couple weeks ago, and he was fucking just amazing in that fucking.
I never seen
a
bad movie.
He is in like every role.
I mean, Red Dragon, dude.
Red Dragon, Schindler's List. He's one of the most despicable human beings ever in Schindler's List. Even in a couple of James Bond movies, he did a really good job as M when they killed off Judi Dench.
Yeah. Ralph Fiennes is fucking amazing, man.
Rafe.
I thought it was Ralph.
Rafe Fiennes.
Oh,
Rafe.
My bad.
Yeah.
Well,
there's Rafe and there's a Joseph. Are they related? I'm
not sure.
Fiennes and Joseph Fiennes related?
I don't know. Rafe is fucking amazing. It's just like,
is.
When he finally gets in there, he's just shooting. And then fucking you got Doctor Who in there too with him. Man, I fucking love fucking
David Tennant.
Yeah, fucking David Tennant, fucking great.
All right. My number 4 is from a Rob Zombie movie, believe it or not.
Ooh.
The great Bill Moseley playing Otis Driftwood, man. He
Hell
was
yeah.
fucking just total badass. Funny as hell in that role, but a fucking just a awful person and just a fucking, like you said, I'm here to do the devil's work.
I
And
am
he
the
played
devil, and I'm
role.
here to do the devil's work.
Oh, I mean, it's just fucking awesome, dude. I mean,
I would have thrown in Sid Haig as that
he was
clown.
good.
Oh yeah,
Too.
Sid Haig.
Don't
And
you
even
like clowns,
his
boy?
don't you
Get
think
out
we're
here.
fucking funny? Laugh.
Not a lot of people forget that he was one of the funeral drivers in Diamonds Are Forever, and they asked him,
Yep.
what was it like filming Diamonds Are Forever? He's like, I remember throwing a naked Lana Wood out of a balcony.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, and there is no fucking ice cream in your future.
There's no
Tutti
fucking
fucking
fruity.
The next scene, they're all having ice cream. Fucking yeah, cool. I'm
Tutti
not
fucking
I'm not a
fruity.
huge fan of the Rob Zombie movies, but I really love the Devil's Reject, man.
I think he's a really good. I do love a lot of his movies. I like the first. I wasn't a huge fan of Three from Hell, but I like the first two in that series. I liked his Halloween movies. I really did. I
did
liked
too.
the direction he went with, even Halloween 2, the director's cut especially. I wasn't a huge fan of the theatrical cut because like it presents Laurie's trauma in very different ways. If you watch the director's cut, it presents her trauma in a much more realistic way, and I really liked the way he did it in Halloween 2. But I loved what was the one I really loved?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well, no, I like those two, but Lords of
Great
Salem. Lords of Salem, I really liked with of course his wife because she's in every freaking thing he directs. But
I like the
Sherry
Monsters
Moon,
movie he did too. I thought
Sherry-
it was,
I've never seen it. I haven't seen it.
it's
I
really
thought-
cheesy like the original Monsters. He did a good job on it.
everyone always rags on him putting Sherry in everything he does, but I think she's actually a pretty good actress. Like
I do
She
too.
plays a great Morticia
I
Adams.
think I think Three from Hell would have been better if Sid Haig was alive and able
Yeah.
to act in it. But
if it hadn't have taken so long.
Yeah.
Unrelated note, I saw him last year in concert. He was phenomenal.
I saw him a couple of years ago. He's really good.
I like
saw-
Rob Zombie.
A
Excellent.
really
I wish
great
John
lineup.
Five
I
was
saw
with them.
I saw him with John 5. I saw him with John 5.
Well, I think it was one of his former guitarists.
Yeah,
that
it's
time I
right
saw him.
now he has 3/4 of the Hellbilly Deluxe lineup touring. with
Yeah,
him.
it said Motley Shit had to take John 5.
The only member of the Hellbilly Deluxe lineup that doesn't have touring with him right now is Tempesta. He's not playing the drummer. But I saw him a couple years ago. It was actually a really cool lineup. He was headlining.
Isn't
and it was-
Fingerfish part of his lineup?
Yes, Gingerfish is drumming for him.
He was kicking ass that night.
Mhm. I saw him and he was headlining, and it was Mudvayne, Static X, and Powerman 5000.
I love Static X
Static X was great. I saw them headline last year too.
and Powerman 5000. I like that album that has
Yeah.
When Worlds Collide. That was
absolutely, I thought Bill Moseley played that role to a
Oh,
fucking
100%.
masterpiece. 3, Joseph.
All right, a movie that we actually talked about another one we talked about on our westerns list. Probably the only time you could ever say that Henry Fonda played a bad guy. Once Upon a Time in the West, playing the amazing role of Frank, who in his first scene in the movie slaughters an entire family, including the children. I mean, this is one of the worst human beings ever put on film.
Yeah,
Just
if you kill
awful
kids
human
in a
being.
movie, you're
Yeah.
a special kind of villain. Yep.
With no remorse whatsoever, like pulling the trigger himself. Like, what? I don't think anyone ever thought Henry Fonda had this in him, and this was later in his career. And what an absolute stroke of brilliance from Sergio Leone to cast him as a villain in this role, because it is just. Like I said, he has no remorse. He's an absolutely awful human being who's only out for profit. Like, he's out to do whatever it takes to fulfill the job that he is assigned to. He's basically a mercenary for hire. And when you see the backstory of Charles Bronson's character in this movie, what that character did to him and made him watch when he killed his brother and made him his basically. If you've never seen this movie, Charles Bronson's character had his brother stand on his shoulders with a noose around his neck. And so when Charles Bronson's character got tired and fell over, his brother was killed. And it was Henry Fonda's character that did that to him. And so one of the most despicable characters in movie history, and Henry Fonda plays him brilliantly. So if anyone is not, again, bringing the movie up again, if anyone has not seen Once Upon a Time in the West, this is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
He definitely wasn't the guy on Golden Pond in that movie.
No.
He was kind of an idiot. He was kind of a jerk off in that movie too, if you think about it. But,
yeah.
Old guy though. I'm starting to understand it the older I get. So.
Yeah, but like this is the most diabolical character he ever played.
Yeah. Cool. Travis, what do you got, man?
All right, number 3, my second James Bond villain on this list. And when you look at his plan in this movie on paper, it is absolutely batshit crazy, but you believe it when he puts out that plan. I'm talking about Mr. Auric Goldfinger, played amazingly by Gert Frobe, who, just like Thomas F. Wilson, was a very nice man in real life. He saved Jewish people during World War II.
Yeah,
and when people found out he was a Nazi, they were upset. But then these Jewish survivors came out and said that Gert Frobe took them into hiding to make sure they were safe. So God bless you, Gert Frobe, and a terrific performance as Auric Goldfinger. My favorite scene one of my favorite scenes in that movie is like he puts on the American uniform. He's like, "Oh, they went that way," and as soon as the American soldiers turn away, he starts shooting at them.
Yep. And
Where's
he has one of
Goldfinger?
the most iconic lines in the entire series. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond.
I expect you to die.
Where's Goldfinger playing his golden arm?
Yep.
Cool. All right, Mark, what do you got, man?
I just want to say, fuck you, Erica. RCP Jordan. This movie is not fucking boring.
Terminator.
What the fuck you think of The Dark Knight?
Oh,
Heath Ledger was fucking amazing in that fucking movie.
I hate all of them.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yes,
I love his performance is amazing.
Yes, Jack Nicholson was fucking the best Joker, and I figured one of you motherfuckers would have picked Jack Nicholson, so I went with my second fucking favorite Joker.
And Jerry did. So
Heath Ledger. So fucking, I love that movie. I like how he's walking out of the hospital. It's fucking blowing up. I like why he's so serious. And he's
where did they get a load of me? Oh, no, that was Jack Nicholson.
That was Jack Nicholson.
Why so
serious?
That
was Jack Nicholson.
I love Heath Ledger. He
was by far the best part of that movie.
No, I love Christian Bale.
I think that movie is very overrated, but I think Heath Ledger did an amazing job.
I think all those movies suck dick.
You know what? You suck.
I won't say that.
Like Man of War. Man of War. There you go.
I have them. I just find that whole trilogy very overrated.
I don't. I like it amazing. I like Batman Begins. I like all 3 of them. They're so good.
See, I think the best part of those movies is the villains. I think that all the villain performances are amazing. I can't stand Christian Bale's performance as Batman.
Why?
I can't. I hate it.
Because he gets fired, Batman.
No, it's not the voice.
It sounds like he had too many Camel cigarettes.
I find his performance very boring. And I love Christian Bale as an actor. I think he's great in a lot of other roles. But I just found his performance in that trilogy to be very, very boring.
I loved his performance.
I thought he was better than Val Kilmer and George Clooney.
I love Val Kilmer. George Clooney. I love Val Kilmer.
That goes without saying.
I didn't like George Clooney at all. He was a good Bruce Wayne, but he wasn't a good Batman. And the thing is, how people got on Christian Bale for changing his voice. Michael Keaton changed his voice for Batman.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with the voice thing. I just don't really find his performance really that good.
Oh, I got a problem with the voice thing.
I think all the villains are great though. I think that what's his name?
Bane?
The Scarecrow. That was in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Amazing job with the Scarecrow.
Bane,
I love that.
Was amazing.
Do you want to see my mask? I love that role. I love Liam Neeson. I love Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I love that too.
I think that was what the except for they really messed up Two-Face. They really did a
Tommy Lee Jones.
No. The Aaron Eckhart.
Tommy Lee Jones more.
Well, that one was awful too. But no, with the in the Christopher Nolan movies, they really messed up
Oh,
Two
okay.
Face.
I
I
was
did
gonna say
not like.
the Danny DeVito Penguin and the
See, I
Jim
like
Carrey was
that.
a real Jim Carrey was annoying as the
I
fucking
love
Riddler.
the
I
two
love
Michael.
Jim Carrey as the
I
Riddler.
loved Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I,
that
okay.
was
I like.
horrible.
She was the only good part of that movie. Like,
Yeah.
I love the two Michael Keaton movies. I hate the other two
I
that
like
Joel
Batman
Schumacher
Forever
did.
with Val Kilmer. I liked it.
I wasn't a huge fan.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is
The
Mr.
original, okay,
Freeze.
Batman and Robin was horrible.
the original plan for Batman Forever, if you look at like what the plot was supposed to be, it was supposed to be a lot darker when Michael Keaton was going to be in it, and it was going to be really good, but like it just turned out like
Well, Warner Brothers wanted to make it more comic booky.
I know they did, and I just don't like what they did.
That's why
Was
Tim
it-
Burton.
Val
took
Kilmer was
off.
pretty good. I
like
enjoyed
Val
Val Kilmer's
Kilmer's Batman.
performance, but I just didn't like the movie as a whole. But like I said, with Christopher Nolan's movies, the villains are by far the best part. I
love
think that
I love those.
I think
movies.
that both versions of Rachel are awful. I think that Christian Bale's just not a good Batman. But I did love. Okay, Gary Oldman was great in those movies, and the villains are great. Other
Gary
than that,
Oldman's always great.
and Morgan Freeman, I did like Morgan Freeman as
Yeah.
well. But like other than that, I just find a lot of those movies. And I know you got on when you said about you didn't agree with Eric, but I find those movies a little boring.
I don't.
Especially the action scenes are good, but like everything between the action scenes is just. Like,
I like it when he gets all the equipment from Morgan Freeman, the Batmobile.
I don't want
the
I
space.
just-
I love that shit.
Man, no movie needs to be that fucking long.
no,
You know
it is a
what?
very long movie.
Fuck
It is a
off.
very long movie.
It was a long movie, but I fucking.
And hey,
still
The Dark
watch
Knight
it.
Rises killed the Pittsburgh Steelers, so like, fuck off.
I like all three of those movies, but I
So
do
what
like
was your
the
pick?
two
Your pick
Mike-
was
the two
Your
Michael
Dark-
Keaton
Dark
movies are the
Knight
best.
Rises.
Yes.
your
The
pick
Dark
your
Knight
pick is
Rises,
Heath.
that was such torture to see in the theater.
You got Heath Ledger is the Joker. That's what you picked, right? Mark?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3 is the greatest Star Trek villain of all time. Ricardo Montalban is Khan, man. Fucking what a great had the fake chest plate on and everything. He was badass back then, dude. Why are you flipping me off for, dude?
Because I want to.
This is number one.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on.
No spoilers.
I mean, whether you like
Only the
Star
one that
Trek or
sucks.
not, whether you like Star Trek or not, you gotta fuck. Everybody knows who Khan was.
It's iconic, absolutely.
But at the same time, I mean, in the original series, yeah, he wanted to take over the ship, but he kind of got fucked over, if you think about it. They put him on the planet blew up. Nobody came back and checked on him. He's
Steady
right, you know
Alpha
what I mean?
6.
Yeah. So I kind of felt bad for him in a weird
But he
way.
was a dick in the original
Yeah,
series.
I understand that, but he's like, at the end, he's like, okay, I could do that. I
He
could
was
conquer a new
crazy. He
planet.
wanted to take over everything, man.
And he was going to have his original wife in Star Trek too, the one that was in the space seat episode. But I think she died or didn't want to do it for some reason. I can't remember. But
That's why they said his wife died by those creatures they put in Chekhov.
that was pretty cool too. The fucking earwigs, man. That was pretty
earwigs,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, but yeah, he was absolutely badass in that movie. Carter. Fucking Mr. Rourke, man, playing fucking evil Khan, dude. That was just,
And then he fucking kill her in Naked Gun as an evil guy too.
Yeah.
I could have picked that one too.
just run over by the steamroller and the marching band walks all over him. Yeah.
Ricardo Montalban rules, dude.
I was just watching Columbo today, and he was in an episode of Columbo.
Do you know
Yes, he was. Yeah.
he had to go rewatch the original Star Trek episode to see how Khan was. He didn't remember how he played him.
Well, was it? To be fair, like I don't think people realized, like even like for me who was never really like grew up on Star Trek, I don't think people realized how much of a difference in time there was between when the original series was made and when the movies were made.
Yeah.
I always grew up thinking that they were made at like the same time, like Next Generation was. I never realized that there was like 15 years difference between when the original series came out and when Wrath of Khan came out. I never realized that as growing up.
It's because Michael Eisner, who became the leader of Disney at one time, he was the head of Paramount. Star Wars came out and he goes, "What do we got that's spacey?" He goes, "We got Star Trek." He said, let's do something with Star Trek.
Yeah, because it was like what, a year after Star Wars.
Yeah,
the first
Star
one
Wars.
came
They
out.
brought out Star Trek the motion picture.
Yeah.
Thank God. That's
One huge
I
flaw in
always
Star
give
Trek.
Star Wars credit for bringing Star Trek back. Thank you.
Yeah.
But the
There
thing
was
is
one-
with let me finish, Jerry. The thing is with
No.
Star Wars, fucking George Lucas got inspired by Star Trek to make Star Wars. So
You get inspired by a lot of things.
Disney tried to get on board too with the black hole too.
Yeah.
I like the black hole. It was
I did
awesome.
too.
Why didn't you pick a villain from there? Maybe he did. I don't know.
George Lucas wasn't just inspired by Star Trek. It was
He
a
wanted to
lot
make a
of
space
things.
western, and that's what
He
Star
did.
Trek was. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of Metropolis really inspired
Yeah,
him.
true.
Like a lot of the movies inspired him. It wasn't just Star Trek.
But he made that horrible movie with Ron Howard and Cindy Williams. God
What,
damn.
American Graffiti?
American Graffiti.
Hated that movie.
I love that movie.
The
So
soundtrack's
boring.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only good thing in there is Harrison Ford.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Yeah, the Con is my number 3. Number 2,
Con.
Joseph.
another Robert De Niro performance. One of the most unhinged Robert De Niro performances.
Oh, I know what this is.
Max Cady and Cape Fear.
I knew it.
He was
Evil.
fucking evil in that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially by the end when his face is all burned up and everything. You're just like,
Yeah.
this guy is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like another, this is actually, a lot of people don't know, this is actually a remake. And in the original, Robert Mitchum, who plays the villain in this movie,
Mhm.
was the originator of this character. And so when Robert De Niro portrayed it in this, it absolutely blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
And like, you cannot associate it with anybody but Robert De Niro after that. And his performance in this against Nick Nolte is just, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, he's unhinged. He is terrifying in this movie.
Somebody just fart.
No.
No?
Okay. I heard
Sorry.
something weird.
Alrighty then. But yeah, no. De Niro is just absolutely terrifying in
I
this
heard-
movie.
I did
But-
it.
Trabby Patty.
Just an absolutely
Belated
amazing
Patty.
performance.
No, you're right.
That
He was
is
fucking. He
Max
was.
Cady and Cape
Yeah,
Fear.
he was very. He was scary in that movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good one there. I wish I would have thought about that one. No.
Yeah, I knew he was when he said that. I knew what it was. I knew
That was
All right,
one of
you-
the first ones I picked out.
great one.
All right, you gas bag. What do you got?
All right. Well, my top 2 are very irredeemable villains. They are just sick fucks, and I was waiting for them to get their just desserts. Number 2, performance that won Kathy Bates an Oscar, Annie
Nice.
Wilkes from Misery.
Yeah.
She
Definitely.
is just diabolical. She not only killed children, but
Yeah.
she's just a psychopath in general. It's just.
What are the odds
I'll
of your
tell-
fa-
I'll
What are
tell
the
you-
odds of your favorite author crashing into your yard? You know what?
I'll tell you one scene in that movie that scares the fuck out of me. Is the first night he's there. He closes his eyes. He opens them. The doorway. Nobody's there. Closes them back up. Opens his eyes. And there she is, just standing there with a pissed off look. You dirty bird. And when he hits her over the head with that typewriter, I'm just doing a golf clap. What a terrific performance. And Kathy Bates, thank you so much for what you've done in movies. Enjoy your retirement after Matlock.
I like her in Matlock series.
I like the Matlock series too. Yeah.
I hope
Yeah, how is
she
it
did-
so
she
far?
did-
It's really good. It's really
Good.
good.
She's amazing, and I hope she enjoys her retirement. Long live Kathy Bates.
Got to
And
playing the
Wilkes.
foosball.
Annie Wilkes is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and Kathy
Yeah,
Bates is
she's
amazing.
terrible.
dude.
She's evil.
Amazing actress.
Yeah.
She is, and I love that one part after she breaks his legs and she's outside chopping logs, and she waves to James Caan and he just does this.
Did you see that Netflix series where she played a stoner?
No, I
No.
didn't.
There's a Netflix series where she plays a stoner. Yeah.
I like her as Amy's mom. Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't care for the teller playing the dad though. I didn't care.
I like that. That was
I like
fun.
Teller
I-
playing the dad.
I wasn't used to him talking. It kind of ruined the.
And
the
he's like-
persona
he's
of
like-
Teller.
I liked the gag where like he just said the one line at the end, just said thank you, and I'm just
I
like,
like when she. I like when he, I like she's like, "How are you doing, Dad?" And he's like,
The great pick, man. What do you got, Mark?
I got a nice Chianti. Clarice. Hannibal Lecter.
He's not the villain though.
He is the villain.
Buffalo Bill is
Buffalo,
the
Buffalo Bill's
Bill,
the villain.
But Buffalo Bill's, but he is a villain in there. He gets away and does shit. You ever watch the movie? He is a villain. The second movie showed him how much of a villain he is.
Oh god, the
Oh,
second movie. Oh.
Red Dragon, he definitely was a villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he is the villain because the way he looks at her and he talks to her, he talks about, and he has that fucking mask on. It's like he is the fucking Buffalo Bill's a villain, but
People
he's
forget.
the villain.
People forget that he's in that.
Hey,
He's
you
in
know
that
what?
movie for like literally a total of 10 minutes.
Fucking love
I'll-
that movie though.
It's amazing.
He won an Academy Award for that movie. man.
I'll give him credit for this. He killed that guy that threw cum at her. So
Yeah.
good on him.
Miggs, whatever his name is.
Man, swallow his tongue.
Buffalo Bill is a great actor. It puts lotion on the skin, but fuck, he was the villain.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Love that guy. He played
I
the
could
guy.
put
He played
Buffalo
He
the,
was
Bill there,
he was the
Captain
captain
and
and monk.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
Ted Levine,
I
Ted Levine.
love how they did him in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
I love Anthony Hopkins. His performance in that movie is just so amazing. And he's a villain. He's fucking behind glass. They fucking put him in fucking a thing and roll him out. He's a fucking villain, dude. He's a fucking villain in that movie.
I don't know.
Even Billy
about that.
Crystal did that in the Academy Awards. Remember they rolled Billy Crystal out in the Hannibal Lecter thing? God, that was fucking amazing. I love fucking Anthony Hopkins. What a great actor. If he dies, I'm gonna be sad. I love him and everything he's done.
First thing I ever saw him in was The Elephant Man. That was the first movie I ever saw him in, man.
Yeah.
That was a weird movie too, but it was a
Was.
sad movie. Good movie.
Yeah.
but,
John Hurt.
Yeah. I am an
Ah.
animal. I am a human
Hannibal
being.
Lecter being a villain though.
He's a fucking villain.
He is in the
dude.
later movies. I don't know if he is in in Silence of the
All
Lambs.
right. My number 2 is Hannibal Lecter. Absolutely. Like I said before, maybe not a villain, but definitely a bad person.
He is a bad person.
Actually, the coolest scene I ever saw is when Edward Norton's character was interviewing him. He was asking him, with help, and he goes something like, I can't remember what he said that you had a disadvantage,
Mhm.
and he goes, "What is that? You're insane." And the way he looked at him after that was just like,
Do you? And
Yeah,
remember
when he
second-
asked him, well, how did you capture me?
Yeah.
Well, Dr.
You had
Lecter, you have
disadvantages.
a disadvantage. You're
Right.
insane.
Exactly.
Remember the second one where he's eating Ray Liotta's brain when he's just sitting.
Yeah.
that movie is so bad.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that
bad.
scene
God,
is
that
so
movie's so bad.
evil.
I
But
don't even and I like
my-
Julianne Moore too, but she was
Yeah.
not a very good.
my
very
favorite
star.
scene in that movie is the one when the guy that's in Casino Royale, the Italian guy, when he disembowels him over the
Yeah.
railing.
Yeah. No, I think the most disturbing scene is when he's on the airplane at the end. He's got pieces
yeah.
of fucking
Hands
brain,
the kid
a
the
little kid.
brain. Yeah. Oh.
But I agree with Mark. I mean, whether he's a villain or not, he's definitely a bad person.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
yeah.
why I had him on there. That's my number 2. All right. Number 1s, man.
Happy
What do
birthday,
you got?
Andy.
Happy birthday, Andy. What do you got, Joe?
All right, I'm going to hold up a picture of an album that I absolutely despise, and I wonder if anyone can tell me what my number 1 is.
I don't know what it is. I love that album now.
There's a song on this album that is written from the perspective of this
Hold
character.
on. I think I might. Oh man,
You
hold
don't
on.
know Anthrax.
I do know the movie though.
Do you?
Is it Frank Booth?
Now it's dark.
Oh,
No, I don't know the movie. Okay.
no, I don't know.
Dennis Hopper
Blue
as
Velvet.
Frank Booth in Blue Velvet.
Oh, yeah, I know Blue Velvet.
One of
I
the
knew
most despicable human beings
Absolutely.
ever portrayed on film. The performance that Dennis Hopper gives in this movie was what brought back his career. 100% was what brought back his career. He portrays one of the most unhinged, despicable characters in the history of film in this movie. And the things that this character does and says, one, it's hilarious. Two, it is absolutely insane. And the things that this movie portrays. he is by far my favorite villain in movie history because he is just absolutely nuts. He has this carries this gas canister around with him the entire time, huffing on this gas and starts playing all these different characters and basically rapes a woman and then tries to kill all these people. And it's just this movie's supposed to take place in a small town, and the fact that this guy is just running around this small town, basically being a gangster, is just like, where did this guy come from? Like, what is going on here? And his portrayal of Frank Booth in this movie is just absolutely unhinged. And it just has so many amazing lines. Heineken, fuck that shit. Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's just there's so many quotable lines, but at the same time, it's just like this guy is an absolute psychopath. And my favorite part of this whole thing is there's an SNL sketch from that time period where he's playing that character on SNL, but can't cuss. So it's kind of funny that he can't say any of his lines because they all have the F word in them, and he can't say any of them.
I need to watch that movie. I've never watched it. I heard all you guys talk about it.
It's been a while, but it was a good movie.
David Lynch?
It'll mess you. Yeah, it's David Lynch.
Yeah.
It'll mess you up. It is. There's some fucked up shit going on in this movie. I'll tell you that.
All right, so Travis, number one, man.
Well, I'm glad nobody picked this as number one. Well, this performance earned this actor a lot of death threats over the phone because they totally believed his evil performance. And I am talking about the Scorpio Killer from the first Dirty Harry movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just nails it. And originally, the director wanted somebody else, but Clint Eastwood himself wanted Andrew Robinson, who was just a theater actor at the time. But he's like, I don't want a stereotypical serial killer. I want someone that looks like a someone you wouldn't expect to be a serial killer. And this guy, there's no redeeming qualities about him. You don't know why he's doing this. There's no backstory. He just enjoys doing it, and it takes Harry Callahan to put this man down. And when Harry defeats him for the first time, he just cries police brutality.
Yeah.
I think this movie holds up very well today. And just when you're waiting for Harry Callahan to pull that 44 Magnum on him and just end his life.
The most dangerous handgun in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Scorpio Killer is just the sickest, most twisted villain on my list, in my opinion. And Andrew Robinson is phenomenal. And I'm glad he came back like a decade later, and he was in Star Trek, and he was also in Cobra.
He was in the first Hellraiser movie.
Yeah, he was in the first Hellraiser movie. I love Andrew Robinson. And hey, you did a great job when people actually believe that you're so sick and twisted. And they're actually giving you death threats, man. It's
another villain that killed a kid.
Exactly. He killed a kid. He killed a priest. He killed a 13-year-old girl. Dude, this guy was unstoppable. It's like Dirty Harry having to it's like he is like a rabied-filled dog, and Harry had to just put him down.
All right, Mark, number one, dude.
Everyone shake your fist.
Maybe I should pick Gollum because you took my number one, Jerry. Gollum fucking rules, but fuck, I gotta pick fucking Con Sing. God dang, what a great fucking performance by Ricardo Montalban. Welcome my friends to Fantasy Island. You see him as that, and then you see him, what the hell? What is this? He's evil. He's nice in Fantasy Island. He's getting people fucking sex and drugs and whatever in Fantasy Island. But in this one, he's like, at hell's heart, I stab at thee. You could say something about Star Trek. They used a lot of literature, a lot of fucking Shakespeare. Fucking what's that guy's name? Fucking the one guy, the Klingon who said fucking shit. Christopher. What is his name?
Christopher Lloyd.
No, Christopher Lloyd used some stuff, and it was Christopher Plummer.
He was a Klingon.
Christopher Plummer was a Klingon too. Remember, he did that too. They always quote Shakespeare.
To be or not to be.
Yeah, and fucking it's like at Hell's Heart, I stab at thee, and it's like
Christopher Lloyd was an awesome Klingon in Star
oh,
Trek
he
3, actually.
was
Yeah.
Aktuchu. Yeah, I fucking love Christopher Lloyd in there. Star Trek 3 was amazing. You know, I always say 2, 3, and 4 is like I put that behind Back to the Future is the best trilogy of all time. That's my second favorite trilogy, and then Star Wars is my third. The first three.
I think Police Academy first three are better
Oh
than
come
Back
on,
to the Future.
I'm going by.
I'm just
come on.
kidding.
The
Police
blue,
Academy
the,
the first
the
three are
blue,
amazing,
the,
though.
the Blue Oyster.
The Austin Powers trilogy.
The Austin Powers trilogy is
Yeah.
good. But I'm a sci-fi guy. Sci-fi then comedy.
Sci-fi
Comedy
guy.
comedy goes second. Sci-fi always goes first with me. Fucking Stargate movie, Stargate series, Star
The Mad
Trek,
Max trilogy.
Mad Max. It's fucking. Oh, I should have.
Oh no,
There's no
Thunderdome
bad
was
guy.
terrible.
There's no really bad
Thunderdome
guy
was
except
awful, dude.
Master
Thunderdome was
Blaster
awful.
was cool. That was a good.
Well,
fucking-
in Fury Road, villain in Fury Road's pretty good.
yeah.
I think
So,
Furiosa too wasn't that bad either.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth did a pretty good job.
so who
As
was
a
the
villain.
guy who played Doctor Strange? He did play Khan. I thought he was pretty good at that too. Not as good as Ricardo.
Who, Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch was
Benedict
pretty good as
Cumberbatch.
Khan too.
I hated his fucking Khan. I did not like
They
his
changed.
Khan
They
at
changed
all.
the timeline on it, so it was different. So it made sense.
I don't care. I thought that was terrible.
I thought it was really cool.
Anyway,
But
I would like to see Quentin Tarantino do a Star Trek movie. I think that would be fucking pretty
That'd be
cool.
cool.
put
actually.
lots of fuck
Yeah.
words in there.
I really liked what Seth MacFarlane did with Orville, kind of like
Orville.
I know
parodying.
there's supposed to be a new season, but it just COVID fucked everything up, man.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And Norm Macdonald as the Blob in fucking Orville was fucking pretty cool. The voice of maybe that's why they're not doing it because Norm is gone. Because Norm
Yeah.
ruled. Norm is one of my favorite comedians of all time. I love him.
Anyway, Jared,
But,
what's your number one? Or Con?
My
Yeah,
number-
continue, Mark.
yeah.
My Khan was my number one.
My number one is I don't care what you guys say. I absolutely love this guy. The fucking leader of the Black Widow biker gang, man.
Yes.
The great John Quaid as Chola, man. He was
Amazing.
badass in that.
Yeah.
Like I said, not necessarily a villain per se, but he was definitely the antagonist of the fucking movie. In any which way you can, they kind of made up, kissed and made up at the end, but still, I thought he was awesome. He just, why, Lord, some men you make out of clay, and mine you make out of shit.
I love when they get covered in the tar.
Yeah.
Right turn, Clyde.
I love both of them.
Yeah, I do too. I thought he was just funny as fuck in that movie, man.
Those
Both of
movies,
them.
if people have never seen them, those are so funny.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And,
I love it. To me, like Clint Eastwood can do no wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'll even love the silliest thing he has ever done.
If people don't think Clint Eastwood can do comedy,
I
those are
love
two
him.
great examples of Clint
There-
Eastwood.
There was a
comedy.
movie with him and fucking Burt Reynolds. I forgot the name of that. I like that movie.
He's my favorite. Clint Eastwood's my favorite actor for a reason.
Although
Yeah.
I will say I will forever curse him for trying to force Sandra Locke on humanity.
oh, that's Outlaw Josie Wales for that one. I think that's where they met, right?
That
movie?
was where they met, and
He
then
wasn't
these two,
bad
and then
in
these
Sudden
two
Death. I like
movies.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, it's
actually.
one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. But then these two movies where he tried to like force her on as like the leading lady.
Sudden Impact.
Yeah.
Sudden Impact is great.
City Heat was the movie with Burt Reynolds
Oh,
and Kurt.
wait a minute. The Gauntlet.
Really?
The Gauntlet was
Heat.
good.
The Gauntlet, yeah.
City Heat was with Burt Reynolds and there's a.
Oh, I'm
story about this.
thinking Red Heat. That was Schwarzenegger.
Oh, City
I got the
Heat.
wrong
It was
name.
1984. It was a comedy with both of them. It's directed by Richard Benjamin. Richard Benjamin is a great director. He did
Saturday the 14th.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know the story about Burt Reynolds and Clint Eastwood, don't you?
Mm-mm.
No.
They were both contract actors. They both got fired on the same day. And Burt Reynolds goes to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood got fired because he had a huge Adam's apple, and Burt Reynolds got fired because they said he couldn't act. And Burt Reynolds looks at Clint Eastwood and goes, "You know what? I can learn how to act, but you're never getting rid of that Adam's apple."
And he had to go to Italy to make it big.
Yeah. So they were contract players with the studio. They both got fired the same day. He said, "Hey, I can learn how to act, but that Adam's apple's not going."
I speaking of Burt Reynolds, I almost put Jackie Gleason on here in Smokey and the Bandit, but
That's a good one.
I don't consider him the villain. This is my favorite character in that movie.
Yeah.
I thought Paul Williams was the funniest in
Paul
Smokey
Williams.
the Bandit, in my opinion, dude. He was funny as fuck in that movie. Like
Your
to kick
mother
his
is so
ass.
ugly. I'd like to kick his ass just once.
Hey, Dr. Fuck is in number 3.
He is. He is.
But
That's pretty
man,
cool. Yeah.
that was our top 11 movie villains, man. You got anything to promote, Travis?
Oh, I got some honorable mentions if I could just run
Go
by
for
them
it,
real
man.
quick.
Sure.
All right, I got Lieutenant Briggs, played by Hal Holbrook from Magnum Force. I got Zed and the pawn shop owner from Pulp Fiction. I got
Yeah.
Alex Forrest from Fatal Attraction. Glenn
Oh,
Close
yeah.
is amazing in
Oh,
that.
great one.
I got the Sinclair twins from House of Wax, 2005. My favorite Disney villain, Jafar, gotta have him in there.
I almost picked Jafar.
Leo, Craterface from Greece.
Yeah, he was a jerk off in that movie. That's a
Yeah.
He
good one.
was a jerk off. That redheaded guy from Back to the Future who tried to steal Lorraine at the dance. Yeah, that little asshole. Harvey Keitel playing that pimp and taxi driver.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sick freak.
How about Bad Lieutenant?
Yeah, absolutely. Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey, the T-1000,
Yeah,
and then I'll throw in the truck driver from Breakdown.
nice.
I almost included the truck driver from Duel on my list.
Oh. What about The Longest Yard, the fucking
Oh yeah,
the
the
prison,
warden.
the warden, yeah. The original one.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of wardens, I thought Donald Sutherland was great in what's the Stallone movie?
Yeah.
Not Breakout. What was it fucking? Oh, I don't know, but he was a total fucking asshole in that movie.
How about the guy from Big Trouble from Little China?
I almost picked that.
Yeah.
I almost picked that. I was looking through my Blu-rays back here. I'm like, I might pick that, and I ended up finding other movies. I'm like, that would be a good one though, because I just saw a picture today. Somebody posted on Facebook of him and the storms. I saw that. I'm like, oh, I need to watch that again. It's been a while since I watched that.
Oh, it's a great movie. Watch
I
it.
I'm
love that
surprised
movie.
nobody said the T-1000. Terminator.
Well, because we talked about Arnold a lot.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to pick him again.
No. I'm talking about Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick, yeah, I like that, but yeah, he's really good.
Have you seen this boy?
Anything, Joseph?
I didn't have it. I didn't really have many honorable mentions. I was gonna pick what's his Dom DeLuise's character from the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
That's a good one.
I was gonna pick him. But yeah, no, don't have much to promote. But I did find out. I was talking to our buddy Mick Watkins about his band Wild Ride. They're actually playing up here in the beginning of next month, and I might be going to see them.
Nice.
So I might be going to see Wild Ride at the beginning of next month.
That band rules. All right, Jerry, anything, man? What's up with 3 Shots Down?
We're shooting a show on Sunday. We'll let you know what it's about when it comes out. I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna be able to record on the 20th. I'm going to a concert that night. I forgot to tell
Well,
you
we already
about
know that.
I'm going to see Iron Maidens and Zach Sabbath.
That's on Friday, right? That's a free form. Yeah, we already know that. Joseph will be there. We're doing The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I won't be able to do that one, but I got that going on, and it sucks. My wife has got all my Christmas presents covered up. They're not wrapped yet. She's got a big blanket over them, and I promised her I haven't peeked. They're right there.
Yeah.
And it's just so tempting, but I love my wife.
I've never been like wanting to look at my Christmas presents.
See, I'm at the point in my life where my parents basically just say, whatever's in your Amazon cart, buy it, and we'll give it to you for Christmas. So,
yeah,
I'm like, I never really cared about sneaking my presents because I like no spoilers.
See, I hate surprises, so
I like surprises. Yeah,
I mean,
I
love them.
Rockin' Pod is rapidly approaching.
I'm going, baby. I'll be there.
I got the rare hair.
I still haven't
they just
decided.
announced. Yeah, I'm only gonna go probably for the day of the pod. I can't really care.
Are you gonna hand out cards for us at least? You got those.
I could do that. Yeah. I gotta get new cards. Say the fuck, they want Charles out of there.
Yeah, you gotta get new cards. Yeah,
I'll see you there, Jerry.
Get that motherfucker
definitely
off our fucking show, man.
I'm waiting for Rocklahoma tickets to go on sale, and me and Andy are gonna go to that one. That's gonna be fun. What else? Looking forward to get this fucking winter over with. I cannot stand winter, man.
Oh, I love winter. I love it.
It was squalling here this morning.
I love winter for one thing, man. It gets hot in California.
You don't got no fucking winter where you're at, dude.
We're like
Come on,
40
man.
degrees in the morning.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
All
fucking
right.
19 and 18 out right now.
All right. So next week on the BS sessions, we're doing our what is it, 89 to 2000?
89 to 2000.
89 to 2000. We're gonna pick our favorite album from each year, our best album.
Isn't that 12? 89?
Yes,
It
12.
is. We
It's
figured
12.
that out. Yeah,
Okay.
We
it's
figured it
12.
out. So we're doing a 12. We're taking it past 11. We're going past 11 on that episode.
Wow.
Ooh.
And then tomorrow on the Freeform Rock podcast that's coming up, we have with Travis is on there with Andy
shit.
Rodriguez. The Beatles, Please Please Me will be
you
out
won't
tomorrow.
like you won't like my opinions on some of those.
Album sucks.
Hey, no spoilers.
It's not a perfect album.
Yeah,
There's some good stuff on
that
it.
was a
It's
fun.
not even
that,
close to a perfect album.
It was
that
a fun
was
episode.
review. You'll love it, guys.
But you got any final thoughts, Jerry?
No, man. Thanks again for being on. This is again yet another fun topic. Looking forward to having you guys back on again. And just enjoy the holidays. If I don't see, I'm sure I'll see both of you again before then. But
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here next week.
Yeah, he's here
check
next week.
check out Andy's Product Spinner show last night. He had on I can't remember his name. I'm sorry,
Sammy
Andy.
Hager guy.
Yeah, I mean he's wrote a few books. We're actually gonna have an author on named Ross Warner. He wrote a Cheap Trick book on one of the Freeform shows coming up in the future. So that's gonna be
You're reading the
interesting.
book. I'm not because it's not on audio.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the review, and he's gonna talk about that song.
Okay.
About what it meant in his book. So you don't have to do really any. Just ask questions if some come to your mind. So you don't have to read the book. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'll be Chris Farley. Remember when Cheat Trick did that? That was really cool, right? Yeah, yeah, that was really cool, right?
Well, yeah, that's gonna be fun. And yeah, man, just be good to each other, man.
Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for being on here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Later, guys.
Manowar fucking rules. Later, guys.
Manowar sucks,
Hail and
but
kill.
whatever.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
You
Later.
guys
Take care, guys.
suck. Later.
See ya.
Good night.
See ya. Don't want to be ya.